I am sorry. Are you okay?
Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm.
Hey, yo, live chat, power chat. Let me tell y'all something, man. The Matador. Olay, olay, olay.
Mozzie want the beat so he could step on it. You a C-class rapper, he's an A-class rapper. We got Jerry back with another. All I can say, stay tuned. Eye emoji, glove emoji, cigarette.
This a Bud vs. Spence performance. I couldn't ignore it. You push my buttons now, gotta cause torment. They know I'm slick like Wink, right? And I come at you like Foreman, confident, but keep the underdog spirit like Norman.
The fucking beat, man.
When Jerry was screaming, swing, 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 we was in the chat like, what the hell this nigga thinking? Throw them quick jabs, you ain't got no time for blinking. Wanna go to war with his that squabble you been seeking? That uppercut fast in his sting, look how he leaking. Stumbling back to his corner drunk, what he been drinking? Lying like Charlo before the Deuce. I might have to hook on this old dude and get rid of his toupee. Border wars coming up next, I'm packing the suitcase. Vega wanted the scrap, but Big Bay wanted the 2K. This ain't nothing new, man. I'm still sending bangers to the community like Conor Ben vs. Chris Eubank. I think he mad cause I'm styling on him. My footwork like Willie Pep. You better watch your steps. Body bag and put your soul to rest. I hear contender. They gon' send the stretcher in for the lender.
Hey, this release 20 seconds. His engineer can make it longer.
What up, what up, what up, what up? What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. I am your host, Nestor Gibbs, and we're here for the weekend recap. We had a big weekend of Boxing Friday and Saturday, plus Canelo and Jaron Boots Ennis breaking up the internet with their news, sparring and training together. So we're going to be taking phone calls and talking all this weekend's fights. The big upset with Yoenis Tellez losing at the hands of Abass Baraou and really shocking the boxing world with a final second knockdown to solidify his win over the young Cuban Tellez. Good weekend of boxing. So hopefully you guys looked at it and felt the same way. And, we can have ourselves a good weekend recap here. We're also going to be talking Edwin De Los Santos and the fact that he is now signed to Fighter First Management with CEO Adrian Clark and being led by VP, or president, should I say, Jolene Mazzone. So, man, let's get ready for a classic episode and talk a little bit about Canelo Alvarez training with Jaron Boots Ennis for his epic super middleweight clash, taking on Terence Bud Crawford, your pound-for-pound numero 3 on the list. And, again, that fight's going to be taking place right here in Las Vegas, September 13th, in Allegiant Stadium. Last I checked, there were only 2,000 tickets left. But let's dive into their camp and their keys to victory. How does Jaron being brought in for sparring Canelo Alvarez, how does that affect Canelo? Does this have a positive effect on Canelo's training camp? Will this help him get the best or the advantage of Terence Crawford? We want to know your thoughts. Obviously, we have to discuss the recap and the MVP fight night on August 23rd at the Caribe Royale, headlined by Yankiel, Rivera, and Angelino Cordova. Super duper little dirty fight, nasty. Ended in a draw. Bro, I'm glad I turned it off. It was crazy. I didn't like that. But the Tellez fight with Abass, that produced. Hopefully Alex Vega is listening and he can tell me what round did I say that Tellez was going to get stopped. But very, very, very early in that fight, I texted Alex in the pre-pro and I said, bro, homie's getting stopped. Homie is going to get stopped. Before anyone even knew he was going to get, I'm trying to tell you, listen, I seen that shit early. Look, timestamp was yesterday at 7:47, which means 10:47. So you can check that, 10:47 Eastern. I'm telling you, it had to be the first or second round at the latest. And it was noticeable. It was quite noticeable that, Tellez wasn't able to hurt Abass. And, you can see Abass was not going to stop coming. He was not going to stop letting his hands go. Tellez was moving way too much. And that was going to be taking some energy from him in the long run, which it did. And, it was a great fight, though. Great fight. I don't know what's going on. Usually the zone has, replays and highlights. You literally got to go on your DAZN app to see anything. There's nothing on their YouTube. I didn't see any highlights for the Tellez and the Abass upset. I went on MVP. They haven't posted anything in 15 hours, which is sad because you look at MVP and they're usually on things on social media, but I guess, they're more interested in the Instagram and things of that nature because, they posted heavy on their Insta, but to see nothing on their YouTube channel was such a great fight. It was pretty underwhelming, kind of a letdown, super disappointed. They're not giving the boss the credit. We got to talk about Xander Zayas as well. Many calling him a clout chaser, showing up to everybody's fight, getting in the ring, taking pictures, acting like he wants to fight people, but no physical offers have been sent out. Talking with Virgil online, talking about fight me in Puerto Rico, but Virgil hasn't received a physical offer. I, on the other hand, I'm championing Xander. Many times have we been on this show saying that guys need to show up to the fights. They need to get in the ring. Now, a guy is doing it to everyone in his division, every champion in his division, and he's being clowned for it. They're calling him a clout chaser. So, I don't really get what's up with boxing fans. It's like you can't please them. Wilder wanted to get in the ring for AJ. People got mad that AJ didn't let him do that. Big Baby went to get in the ring with AJ, and the security stopped him, and people got mad, but they were happy that Big Baby tried to get in the ring. Why all of a sudden is Xander getting in everyone's ring a bad thing when, isn't that what we wanted David Benavidez to do to Canelo? Didn't we get excited when we thought Canelo was calling him to the ring and instead he was calling his friend that sat next to David? So poor Xander, you can do no right. Even when you're trying to be right and trying to do what the fight fans want you to do, there's always going to be the haters in the corner saying that whatever you're doing is still wrong, no matter what. But, like I said, Edwin De Los Santos got a new management deal with Fighter First Management. Shout out to Adrian Clark and Jolene Mazone. Let's see what they do with De Los Santos from here. It'll be interesting what promoter they send him to and what fights they get him. But great catch for Fighters First. Their stable definitely growing. Then we got to talk about Ike Ibeabuchi, shocking return at 52 years old, calling out Alexander Usyk. And what are you going to do? Usyk was looking for like a little circus fight. He wanted Jake Paul, I believe, but I don't know if he's going to be willing to fight Ike Ibeabuchi. I don't even know what that man is doing, but shout out to him at 52. He's 1 year older than round one. And at least, you know, round one sits here and talks about muscle memory and things of that nature. You know Ike Ibeabuchi got muscle memory, man. He was a killer in his day. And now that he's home, he's trying to tap back into those roots. But this is what we're talking about the entire weekend. If you guys want to call in, Discord is available. And X Space is also available. Starting from the bottom to the top, Natalie Dove, 6-0, 1 draw, 2 KOs. Dove Stop, Randy Lynn Morales. Randy, that was a strange person. You know, she's good for the weigh-ins and the ring walk. From a technical standpoint, not the greatest of fighters. But look, you know, she's what you call a journeyman female fighter. Natalie did what she had to do. Dove showed the dominance and adds to her prospect status, you know. But we'll see where she goes from here. You know, she had an entertaining weigh-in, good build-up to a fight, and then she finished the fight by a knockout. You can't really ask for more. Jocelyn Camarillo defeated Agostina Solange Vasquez 4-5-2. No KOs by unanimous decision. Nasty work. Shout out to Vasquez. Durable with 0 knockouts. You can't knock her out either. So, you know, shout out to Camarillo. You know, it's getting tough. You know, they got to, I don't know what they got to do, but the women's boxing isn't as exciting as men's boxing. It was a bit of a drag yesterday. I ain't even going front. And I know people don't want to say it, but look, I mean, you know, I was tuned out. Bro. Like, no one is looking like the more skilled person, and no one is demonstrating any power. So it's just like, what the hell are we doing? You know what I'm saying? It's just a waste of my time. You're wasting 30 minutes, 20 minutes, 36 minutes. This shit is bullshit. You know? So they got to do better, yo. Just signing all the women to MVP, that's cool because that gets you attention. It's like, oh, they signing all the women. But these women got to perform. They got to perform or we going to change the channel. I'm trying to tell you right now. Chris Avilos and Ariel Perez. Ariel is Hulk. He got the 6-round unanimous decision. Took a lot of right hands, in my opinion, but, you know, he's got a good following in Florida, and he's always going to get on those Caribe Royale cards. He's a ticket seller. He's like, you know, P.D. Pablo with Edgar Berlanga. That's what Hulk is down in Florida. He sells those tickets. Next up, this Stephanie Hahn fight. She won the fight by unanimous decision. Another fight that bored me to death. Lord of mercy. Thank God for Jasmine Artiga getting a stoppage. Yeah, man. I don't know what to say because I'm not trying to sound like a hater. And I definitely don't want to be a sexist, but it's just not, you know, I need more Artigas in this world. More dogs, man. People that's going to give us a true fight, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's just preference. I prefer violence. You know, I wore a shirt the other day that says I chose violence. I want to see, if you're not going to show me violence, you got to show me skill. You have to show me skill. You have to separate yourself from whoever it is that you're fighting. Please. Oh, I'm changing the channel, man. I didn't care. I had 1,000 people and some change live. We had like 900 on one platform, another 800, and I still left. I'm out. I'm like, yo, I'm out. Fuck it. Fuck the Tellez fight. Fuck the Yankiel fight. These girls got me bored, bro. I'd rather go eat. I'm sorry. They got to do better. I don't know. They got to get better matchmaking or something. I don't know what they're going to do, but that ain't going to keep working. Jamaine Ortiz looks good. Gets a stoppage over my Dominican brethren, Bautista. Look very strong, man. Very strong. People on X, saying he's never looked this good. His aggressive style, and power punching. Okay, they're saying Twitter is down. Let's see. We might have to do a restart. Give me 1 segundo on that. All right. Hopefully that fixed things. And, hopefully they can hear me now on X. Lord have mercy. I've been talking and y'all ain't been hearing me. God damn it. I was saying the Yankiel Rivera was trash, bro. That fight was trash. He's supposed to be the goods, bro. You the A side. This is what I be saying in my own border wars. Bro, stop worrying about him. You the fucking A side. People here to see you. Bro, you supposed to be better than this dude. You a fucking little dude main eventing and you shit in the bed. I don't want to hear that Cordova was awkward or he was fucking cheating. I don't want to hear none of that shit, bro. We here to see you. They got 100 and fucking nothing pounder headlining, bro. Like, you wildin', man. That shit looked the trash. I'm sorry, bro. The whole card, bro. Everybody's excited about Tellez, and it's because he performed like trash. An unknown dude put hands on him. Consistent hands. Consistent throughout the whole fight. Consistent hands. But it wasn't nothing new, bro. We've been seeing Tellez get smacked up for days. For days. Then who the fuck was that in the corner? Ain't that a strength and conditioning coach for Andre Ward back in the day? Tony Sutton? Man, what in the flying fuck? Listen. He should have lost, bro. Why you got a strength coach in your corner as the head coach? Bro, I don't know. They got to do better. Them women fights was trash outside of Artiga. Yankiel fight was doo-doo. Tellez showed no skill. Like, yeah, he showed skill because technically he looks good doing what he's doing, but he couldn't change. He couldn't, adjust. He just kept getting hit. And he's always fighting like he's tired, bruh. He's always on his back foot, retreating. I don't know, man. I hate that he lost because I know they was probably going to line him up with Boots. But, yeah, man. Decent weekend, but not the craziest one, I tell you. The highlight of the weekend is Jaron sparring with Canelo to mimic Terence Crawford, being able to give him speed and angles from both sides the way that Crawford could, Jaron can do, because he's, 20 years younger than Bud. So, it's not going to be hard for him to emulate Bud when he's already so naturally gifted. The nasty part about this is that, people aren't giving Canelo any credit for bringing in Bud first. For bringing in Jaron. First, Jaron was a phenom. And now that he's being brought in for sparring with Canelo, he's nobody, and it's not gonna help Canelo because Jaron ain't on that level and he's taking tune-ups at 54. It's crazy how these boxing fans be acting for real. But listen, phone lines are open for anybody that wants to call in. Discord available. X Spaces also available. We are taking calls if you want to talk this weekend's fights and the news and notes. Once again, Edwin De Los Santos, formerly associated with Samson Lewickovich and PBC, now with Fighters First Management, Adrian Clark, Jolene Mazone. Excited to see what direction they take him, as De Los Santos has been always, fortunate enough to get some big names, at least be linked to some big names as well. Not only did he fight Shakur, he got an offer from Keyshawn, had already faced Rayo. That's not bad for a guy with a couple of fights. He doesn't have that many fights. I know that Fighters First Management keeps their guys active. Yesterday there was a YouTube card in San Antonio that had Justin Paulo on it, Justin Figueroa on it, some other Fighter First Management fighters. So they don't sit around idle. So you know that's something to consider when you're signing to anybody, bro. Is this manager going to get you fights? Does he have the ability to put you on cards? If he can't get you those big fights, at least keep you active. And they've been doing that with Desi Promotions, keeping their guys active. Justin stays active a lot in the New Jersey area with the help of Cornflake Thomas Lamana until he gets a big deal. But we got Lil Zuda with the first super chat of the day. He says, Africa in the house emoji. Shout out Nigerian Nightmare. South African flag, Nigerian flag, Ness, salute emoji. Salute, champ. Pound for pound number 2 in the chat. We have Jerry Soriano, 10,000 pesos. Ness, keep playing that track. I took the high road. I may have to rethink my decision. Happy Sunday, TBV. I don't even know what you're talking about, but hey. Geezer Channel, pound for pound number 1 in the chat. Drop a bomb for the status. Geezer says, shout out Baraou. Tellez, well, shout out Baraou with the German flag. Tellez, Cuban flag. Hopefully learned from it. I think he would have won if Shields was there, Ness. MVP did good on the whole card. 2-day event. Fire emoji, flex emoji. Good morning, TBV. You know what? You're right about that, Geezer Channel. I did give him respect yesterday on the live, but I'll say it again today since it sounds like I'm coming down on him. Very impressed that they were able to do a 2-day show. Very impressed. As a guy that deals with logistics and tickets, Lord have mercy. They at least got 3,000 both days. That's not bad, bro. 2 days back to back, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy for real. So shout out to them. Again, not the biggest venue, right? Like you got to scale it to hold the 7,000 or 3,500. So when you see bleachers, you know that they really sold tickets. So there were no bleachers either day, but they still sold it out on the floor seating the way they had it set up, So all the seats they did put out, they sold, which is thoroughly impressive. Thoroughly impressive to do a 2-day show, bro. Back to back, bringing money in. That was dope for them. And I bet you it was great for the casino. I mean, not casino because it's not a casino, but for the resort because, they got those extended stays. They got the whole weekend. People checked in on a Thursday. If you're a regular person, if you were the fighters, you're checking in on a Monday, probably a Sunday. So shout out to them, man. That was impressive. 2-day show for Caribe Royale, Box Lab, and MVP. They also brought out Ike Ibeabuchi and gave him the MVP, CEO seats. So I guess he was there to walk out Yankiel. I didn't see the ring walk. I just seen the fight. So I don't know if that was why he was there, but salute, man. It looked okay. I've seen it more packed. Obviously, when Jake fights in that venue, you got bleachers. When Berlanga fights in that venue, you got bleachers. So, they only use the chairs, and that's okay. But 2-day show, man, that's impressive. Khaled. Khaled. Khaled, are you there?
Yo, Nash.
Yo.
All right, salute. Hey, hold up. I'm gonna take you off my Bluetooth real quick. Hold up. Can you hear me? We good?
I hear you.
All right, bet. Salute. Man, I gotta go back and watch that Yoenis Tellez scrap. Cause I tried to watch it on the Zone app, but they were saying it was locked or something. So I got to figure out maybe I need to upgrade or some shit. But yeah, man, that's kind of crazy because he was lined up for the Boots Rumble. Like he was gonna get the Boots scrap, and he ended up getting there with one of them Nigerian African brothers. Man, you gotta prep for them properly. You gotta make sure you got the right training cramp for them. You know what I'm saying? Because they got different angles. You know what I'm saying? They from the diaspora. It's just different. You gotta lock in with them. So shout out to that brother. He got a title shot. Make sure you get the most money you can. Make sure, cause that's an integral belt, especially when it get dropped. You will be a champion. You raffle that off for the highest bidder. You know what I'm saying? For the highest bidder. Hey, real quick, I just want to give a stat, Ness, before I hop about here. I want to give a stat about those that say that Canelo doesn't have a jab. And 3 out of his last 4 fights, he landed more jabs than these opponents. So versus Jaime Munguia, he landed 83. His opponent, Jaime landed 74. Versus EB, he landed 68. EB landed 54. And then versus Charlo, he landed 56. Charlo landed 40. So these guys threw more jabs than him, but he ultimately landed more, showing that his jab is accurate, that he uses it, and he has the defense to neutralize those guys' jabs as well. So there's a narrative being put that Nello doesn't use the jab, but he's outlanded his 3 of his last 4 A-Light opponents with the jab. So the jab will be utilized against Terence Bud Crawford. That's not going to be a thing. Lastly, with the Jaron Boots Ennis thing, sparring is sparring. I'm not going to overhype it. However, it just shows that he's taking Terence Bud Crawford very, very serious. He's taking him very serious. He's doing all the prep work. He hears all of you. All of you saying that he's going to lose. All of you saying that Terence Bud Crawford is this generation's guy. He hears it. He's motivated. And just to show you that he's motivated, he brought in one of the premier elite talents, possibly a pound-for-pound guy in the sport, into his camp. and said, I want work with you. I'm going to pay you. I want work with you. Also, Boots, who's going up to a new weight class, about to be trying to test his skill set. He got work with one of the best fighters in the world, been at the top of the sport for almost 10 years. He got some work. So it's nothing to slouch at. It's nothing to disregard. Don't overhype it. Don't oversell it. But it's not to be dismissed. Both guys did some real shit, not to mention the other young bull that I've been hearing about. I'm about to look him up. The other dude that's like Boots that be switching. And you got Hernandez in there. So it's real work in the camp. Sparring won't necessarily win you a fight, but sparring
You got
will help you
Villasant
as
in
you
there,
prepare.
too.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Villasant. That's what I meant. That's what I meant. Yeah, so I've been hearing about him. I got to check him out. So it's not going to necessarily win you the fight, but it's great preparation. It's great preparation. So I'm happy that a guy is at this stage of his career, he's being a professional, taking every guy serious, especially a welterweight like Terence Crawford. Shout out to him. So, yeah, bro. Ness, a salute to the whole weekend. I'm glad that Edwin got signed. Hopefully we can see him active. Shout out to Asia and all them. They got a solid stable over there. And, yeah, man, Ness, I'll be tuned in to the show. That's my call. Thank you.
All right. So this is Xander. Shout out to Cesar who was on
Me
here.
encantaría el ganador de hoy.
Sandel, ahora con Barú.
Tenemos ya un nuevo campeón. Como dije ayer, me encantaría el ganador de hoy. Y ya pues.
Damn, his Spanish is official. Wow, that's like Puerto Rican shit.
Creo que tenemos oponente.
Sí, señor.
Okay, so he said we got a new champion and he thinks he's got an opponent. But according to Dan Rayfield, Gilberto, what is it, Mendoza? I think it's Mendoza, whatever, man. Gilberto, let me see if his name comes up here. Yeah, Mendoza. The president of the WBA says, and I quote, when Crawford steps into the ring versus Canelo, he will lose recognition as the WBA 154-pound champion. Baraou, who won the interim title from Tellez, will be elevated and his mandatory will be ordered versus Jermell Charlito. So Charlo gets a shot back at his strap, We'll see how he does after over 700 days off. You know, is he even going to be able to fight? Who go?
Yo, what up, Ness? Mic check.
What up, Mike Chat?
What up, Ness? Man, that's nasty, man. They're gonna do the Charlo fight with the. Well, first of all, shout out to that African brother, man. Every time I turn on the TV and I see one of these Africans coming to America, they're dogs, man. They're live dogs, man. They come over here and they don't lay down. You know, it's a life-changing opportunity for them. The other two Africans that I've seen is the ones that Shushu fights, and he always has a hard time with them. But yeah, man, shout out to the card yesterday. I mean, it was mid. You're right about it, man. But I don't know, man. That female fight that you ended the show on, it wasn't that bad. They were banging in there. And then you had a knockdown in the first round. Did you at least get to see that?
Yeah. But you talking about the Stephanie Hahn fight wasn't that bad.
Yeah, the Stephanie. Nah. Well, actually, they were all, man. If I'm not mistaken, you got knockouts on all of them except for the first one.
Hahn didn't get no knockout.
Who?
Stephanie Hahn didn't get a knockout.
Oh, you're right about that. She got knocked down, though. She got knocked down by the Colombian chick.
Yeah. And then started boxing super boring, bro. And then,
yeah, that's true, man.
Then her call out was a fucking Holly Holmes, wasn't it?
Come on, Holly Holmes was trying to get in there in the minute.
Come on, bro. We trying to make an old woman soup. That's an old woman soup right now. I'm good off that. Holly got to earn her spot. She can't just get a spot because he got a fucking name. She's not Pacquiao.
Yeah, man, but she brings people out. She sells tickets, Ness. So I think that's her little cut the line type of thing right there. I don't know how many tickets she sells, but her name's recognized in the combat world. But anyways, hey, man, did she get to watch the Lucas body fight?
Of course.
What you think about that, man? Respectfully, I'm going to say this right now, man. I think he's food. I think he's food at 135 for the top 5.
Everybody was saying that. It's just because y'all seen him take his time. At the end of the day, what you also seen is that Gutierrez respected that power. He understood
Yeah,
that power is real. So, Body gets people's attention. And it was cool because he know he could punch. The opponent knew he could punch, and that's why Body was able to keep that pace because the opponent wasn't trying to rush in there and get cracked.
Word.
You need somebody to push. You need a Mexican to push Body. He was too patient, so we don't know if his stamina is there. You need a Mexican style to push him on the ropes.
Who you got for him at 135? We can't give him Cepeda because Cepeda's coming off the lot. Who you got for him?
Honestly, to stay on topic, man, why not De Los Santos? Top Rank don't got no deals, right?
Oh, shit.
And the reason I say Top Rank don't got no deals is like, look, fighters first, they deal with Top Rank. Top Rank don't got a network, so where they going to take De Los Santos? He's just going to wait for Top Rank to get a network, then take him there? No, might as well.
Hopefully not. Hopefully they could throw him in there in one of these cards, But yeah, I mean, honestly, Yoenis, I ain't gonna lie. I don't really like that one. I would definitely like to see Lucas Body versus Kid Schofield on the undercard of Jake and Tank.
That's a good
fight to make right now.
That was a fight we were supposed to get in the past. They should do it. That's a good
also,
fight.
I seen a fight yesterday that they wanted to make. They wanted to make Jean Paul Rivera, the guy that headlined on Friday, versus Jan Santana, Dominico versus Puerto Rico. I think that's a fight, man. Shout out to Broadway Joel. I don't want to steal his matchmaking, but I seen it on his page and I just thought about it and I'm like, wait, that's actually a good one. I've never thought about it, but man, that's actually a good one to make.
Yeah, but if it's not the higher ups, if it's Joel's matchmaking, then we gotta hope they make it. I thought you meant they trying to make it for real.
And then shout out to the main event, man. Shout out to the main event that Venezuelan dude. I don't know how he got up there, man. They were saying that his resume is like a tainted with, like he got his first 10 wins versus people that have never even won a fight. So it just showed the difference, man. But what you think about that draw? You think it was actually a draw for that one, man?
What, with Yankiel?
Yeah.
Bro, you didn't hear me. I turned that shit off. That shit was horrible, bro. All that fucking holding and falling and just... Nah, bro. Got time for that shit.
Yeah, man. I mean, I was halfway through the fight already, so I was like, man, I'm just going to finish it. Hopefully we get something exciting.
Bro,
and the only exciting part...
You guys tell me I should be watching the little guys because they let hands go, Ness. Bro, that was a hug fest last night.
Yeah, that was definitely a hug fest, man. But shout out to Jamaine Ortiz, man. I mean, I don't know if it was the injury that made his opponent quit, or I don't know if it was actually like a punch landed from Jamaine Ortiz.
He looked strong,
What do you think about that one?
No, I like that one. He looks strong. It sucks that now you got to question the opponent's durability.
Yeah.
Versus, was Jamaine actually in the best shape of his life? Because physically, fucker looked good, bro. I mean...
Who you got for him next, Dones? Who you got for him next? Any opponent in mind next? I mean, he's faced Teofimo and Lomachenko, man, two top heavy hitters.
He's 30. He fought at 40.
He's 40.
But it was a catch rate of 43, bro. This dude might need to go to 47 already. He's trying to stick around, like for who? And what?
That's right. I did hear the commentary kind of bashing him, saying that he came in 4 pounds overweight, man. Even if he goes to 47, man, there's big heavy hitters right there too.
Yeah, man. I mean, look, maybe he's trying to be a Shakur opponent. If Shakur can't get, Tio and Lamont. He's always called out Shakur.
How is he going to get Shakur? Shakur's at 35. He could barely make 40.
At 40, make him move up. Shakur was going to move
Shakur
up
ain't moving up to 40 unless he's fighting Teofimo. He ain't just going to move up to face a Jamaine Ortiz or a Frank Martin. Man, he's staying at 35 put, but if he has an opportunity for a scrap at 140, he'll move up.
Test that weight out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, then, Ness. Salute.
All right, champ. Yeah, buddy. Phone lines are open if you're trying to call in. Discord available. X Space is available. You do have to request. I don't know if anybody thinks they requested on X. You haven't. We got Jay August in the building. What up?
What up, Ness? Sound check.
Perfect.
Yes, what I like to hear. Live from the Sunrise City. Good morning, sir. How you doing today?
Can't complain. Blessed. Highly favored.
You was complaining last night about that card, though.
For sure.
See, all you just had to get we was getting through that Han fight. You should have just took a little Hardin break, and you missed the best fight of the night. Well,
Nah,
not missed, but
yeah,
you wasn't live for the best fight of the night. You was live literally up until the best fight of the night.
Bro, them girls put me to sleep. Then the Yankiel fight. I wouldn't have watched the main event. Like the Tellez fight was the main event to me
No.
that
You was
Yankiel
right
fight
from the
was
get go
ass.
that they should not have put Rivera and Cordova as the main event. That was a bad move. They gonna have to learn from that one. But as far as the card, like a 2-day card, like the fact that they gave us back-to-back cards, it's like when Hardin's got a sale, you know, they're gonna give you the ground up. Hey, we got the whole ground up. You just gotta pay 80. You know what I'm saying? Like you get more for the low, but the quality isn't as good, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there was some highlights on the card. Shout out to Alex Rios from St. Cloud, Florida. He beat Tyree Jones from Broward. He looked like Rocky in there. He fight like Rocky Balboa. You saw that one?
Nah, Tyree?
No. Rios. Rios fights like Rocky Balboa. He got that 80s haircut. It was you ain't watch that fight?
You talking about is that Friday? Cause I don't see no reels.
That was the Friday card. That was the Friday card. I was breaking down the whole. I was
nah.
treating it. Yeah. Oh, it's too low. It's too far back. You don't remember?
Nah, I ain't see that.
Oh, okay. That was a good fight. Shit. Corey Marksman from Orlando. He was too sharp, too fast for Bebo Martinez.
That was a good fight. Let me follow up. I actually hit him up. I'm trying to get him on, bro. He looked real good.
Yeah. Get Corey on there, bro. Let's see what else. The Yoelvis Gomez Edwin Humane fight. That was a good fight. Humane made it tough. Gomez had to really dig down and work.
Yeah.
Let's see who else.
That was a good fight.
Jamaine. Yeah, Jamaine looks strong. He looks strong against De Lo Mio.
Gomez is another one. Gomez and Tellez, they the same, bro. That was another dude getting clocked by the B-side a lot.
It was yeah, they were like mirror fights of each other. They were mirrors.
Crazy.
You know, it was
they gotta work on their skills.
The house fighter thought they had a can in front of him till the can started opening up a can of whoop ass.
For sure.
You know, and then I don't want too much shit on your cousin Ambioris. You know, he was a last minute step in. Jamaine was supposed to fight Steve Claggett. Steve Claggett gets hurt at the last minute. You know, Bautista was there for the check.
But it's not your time.
Yeah, man. Bautista looked like he wasn't even a fighter or Dominican. I ain't gonna front.
What you mean he don't look Dominican, bro? That's not cool.
I ain't see a Caribbean fucking hair on his body, bro. They faked the
you say he had the fake identity.
Bro, did you think he was Dominican? Get out of here,
Bro, we come in all shades, bro. Don't do that.
He was super soft, too. He was super soft. I don't know where they found him. That's why I said that it sucks.
I said he looked like he needs to, come más plátano. He ain't look like he had that plátano power.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. That's why it sucks, because you don't know how good Jamaine was. Was it the opponent, or did Jamaine actually put in a good camp? So that's why, to me, I said that fight sucked.
Jamaine looked strong, and in that situation, he did what he was supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? The guy didn't touch him for the most part. You know what I'm saying? It's not like the other fights where, the B side was whooping his ass. No, he whooped the B side's ass.
For real.
And speaking of ass, like Abass Baraou, we got one, man. Shout out Abass Baraou. He gave a master class in fighting out of that high guard stance, man. He stayed behind the jab, landing a hard 2 with a 3 to the body. He was investing in that body early. Tellez didn't know what to do. Tellez came out to fight in southpaw. He started getting touched, switched to orthodox, and was still getting touched. He didn't know what to do. And Abass was turning it up at the last 30 seconds of every round. He must have trained to do that. And even though he was winning, like, the commentary was crazy because they was quiet. Tarver was quiet. Canabio was quiet. They was like, oh man, this wasn't the script. This guy's going off script. And Abass couldn't leave it in the judge's hands, bro, and he didn't, bro. He dropped Tellez. In literally the last 10 seconds of the fight, where they was gonna rob him, bro. We all knew they was gonna rob this guy, and he did not let it happen. And boxing got it right for once. Shout out to boxing.
Yeah, that was a dope moment. That last round knockdown is what sealed it too. But You know, I hear what you're saying, and I probably agree that they wasn't gonna give it to him had he not got that shit. But man, Tellez' face was all fucked up, all
Yeah,
fucked
nah,
up.
he was not ready, bro. He got whooped. So shout out Baru, bro. He's German, but he's really from Togo. Togo is a country right next to Ghana. So he's from that fighting African culture. DK Poison, Azuma Nelson, John Mugabe, Dick Tiger, Richard Comey. So now you got to put Abass Baraou with with those names. And I do want to see him against a Charlo. I do want to see him against a Virgil. I think he's just announced himself to the whole 154 division, and they got to take him seriously now.
For sure. For sure.
For sure. So I appreciate you, man. You go ahead and get to the next callers.
All right. If you're trying to call in, Discord is available. X Space is also available. I hope it's available. How is X doing over there, man? I'm not seeing the normal numbers on X. It could be that this is a Sunday show. But let me know, man. Let me know. Is X good, or do we need to restart it one more time? Yeah, man. Tellez and Gomez got hit way more than what I would have liked. I don't know what's going on with them trainers and them training camps. Homies is getting touched up, and I don't like it. I don't want my favorite fighter getting touched up like that. Them dudes was taking shots for no reason. And honestly, I don't even know who Gomez was fighting. Like, you dudes out here getting hands put on you. That's like Boots getting hands put on him by Lima. You understand? Like, ain't nobody saying you not a good fighter. We're just saying you ain't known. We don't know you. You shouldn't be getting beat up by that dude. Or, hands getting put on you. Okay, so they're saying X Spaces is working. I guess we just didn't have a big enough weekend for the boxing public to come on out. Discord available. X Spaces also available. Let me go ahead and put those links in the live chat here on Twitch and YouTube. If you're on X Spaces, you just got to raise your hand. If you're on X Video, you can migrate over to join us on Discord and or X Spaces to get your call in. If you're watching on YouTube, I need you to hit that thumbs up button. We only got 117 measly thumbs up. 3 losers actually pressed the thumbs down. On X Video, we got about 158. I need you to go ahead and retweet, repost. That's the easiest, fastest, quickest way to get more eyeballs on the episode and actually grow the visibility of that episode. We got my man's in Timboski. Boski.
Hey, yo.
Yo. What up?
Salute, Nestor. Salute to the community. This is what I'm talking about, man. Salute to the South London. Salute, man. And F you haters, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't hate, just appreciate, man. I told you I was gonna call in yesterday when Ness was like, last callers for callers. Abass Baraou. I told you, stop sleeping on these people that you don't know and you don't watch. It's fucking annoying. Take your American heads out your asses, man. There's fighters all over the place. So Nestor, let me give you a question. Would you have picked Yoenis Tellez against Jack Coakley? Would you have picked him against
Coakley?
would you have picked Tellez against Coakley?
Yeah, for sure.
Exactly. And Baraou, he came up short against Coakley. Because this is what I'm talking about. Styles make fights. I've been watching Baraou for years now. For years. He was an undercard of Regis Prograde and Josh Taylor since then. I've been telling you, man. These guys don't sleep on them, man. I'm telling you. If you know me by now, you'd have known that I would have picked Baraou to beat Tellez. Not by unanimous, though. He done better than I expected. He beat the shit out of him. You understand what I'm saying to you? I'm not too sure about some of these Cuban fighters. There's some of them are most probably ill-disciplined. I'm not too sure. Like I hear some of them had bad habits. They don't really stay disciplined. The guys that I'm very, very impressed with are the guys like Lara and so on. You know what I'm saying to you? But Abass Baraou, welcome to the 154-pound division. He's woken you motherfuckers up, whether you like it or not. And let's see if Jermell Charlo takes that fight. Because I got Baraou beating the fuck out of him as well after you're off 700 days. You think you're gonna come and beat Baraou? That doesn't work like that. So like I said, he was way more experienced than Tellez. He's been in there with Kukle. He's been in there with Eggington. Eggington's gonna give you a hard fight. No matter, he'll fuck you up.
Get the fuck out of here.
What do you mean get the fuck out of here? It's called experience.
He won the fight, bro. He won the fight, but don't lie, bro. He don't got more experience, bro. Tellez had the better resume.
Being a fireman.
Tellez had the better resume, so you can't say
guys
that.
I've been through hell and back. He got destroyed, Ness, man, and you didn't see it coming. I did.
You ain't
so like I said again, man.
You ain't picking. You ain't calling it this show. Don't nobody want to hear about your fucking conversations on the street corner, nigga. You ain't call here and say Baraou by fucking knockout or win. So get your ass out there with your Monday morning quarterback shit.
I was meant to call in.
I don't give two flying fucks what you would have done. I would have picked the lotto numbers too, but I didn't. Fuck you mean?
Yeah, I am, man.
Nigga trying to get credit for shit he ain't even picked.
I've been talking about Baraou. I've been talking about Baraou.
You never called in
here
talking about him. Stop lying, man. You a capper. Get one person.
How about what? Anyway,
get one person.
They'll tell you anyway. I've been mentioning Baraou.
Get one person to agree. I want you to get one person to agree to that. That yes, no, it's true, man. Timboski was talking about Baraou all his life. Man, get the fuck out of here. Find one person to agree to that.
No, it's cool. No, it's cool. Hey, Ness, like I said, man, it's cool.
You know that's lame.
I know you're in the wrong right now.
You know that's lame, right? You know
I don't
that's
need to say anything to that extent.
No, but you know that's lame, right?
I just want to know who you got beating.
That shit is corny. How
you
ain't make the pick, but you calling in trying to get credit and patting yourself on your back? That's some weird shit.
No, Ness.
That's some weird shit, bro.
Let's get this straight. Let's get this straight, Ness. Let's get this straight. I don't need any credit.
I want to get it straight.
No one's back. Ness, listen to me. I don't need any credit. I didn't come in to pack anyone's back. I'm trying to level up the fighter because he needs the fights to make people know that he's on the horizon. How you leveling up the fighter,
but you leveling up yourself? Talking about, I told you, I've been watching him for 10 years. Man, you ain't calling here and telling nobody about no Baraou, man. Get the fuck out. Why you gotta lie is all I'm saying. You could,
no,
you could have stopped. Hey, yo, he could have stopped. He could have stopped. I've been watching him since Eggington because we don't know what you've been watching, but to call in and say that you picked him, you was gonna pick him, man, come on, bro.
Listen, sir. Like I said, I'm not taking what you're saying no offense, obviously, because you obviously don't know, obviously, behind the scenes what I've been talking about Baraou. So it's all right. I understand. It's fine. I just called in to let you know that he's on the stage now. You know what I'm saying? You have to see him now.
He ain't on the stage,
I told you. And you know what's so funny? Do you know what's so funny? I told you the other day that we need a tournament in the 154-pound division, and I even mentioned his name. That's what's so funny. I've called in here multiple times and spoken about him. But these shows, listen this. These shows that I've spoken about him are months ago. It's a long time ago. I don't expect you to fucking remember me speaking about Baraou.
Get the timestamp, man. We want to hear it. If you called in a month ago, we want to hear it, bro. Show us your skills. No.
I said the times where I've called in about him, these shows have been months ago. That's what I said. So I don't expect you to remember me talking about Baraou.
Somebody found some audio of him talking about Baraou. So we could just be, we could just be like, yo, you the oracle, because right now we doubting it. We doubting the oracle right now.
You doubting the oracle, so are you doubting Xander Zayas fighting him, or who you got? Because that's what I want to know. Break down that. I'll break it down for you right now.
Win. You know the Puerto Rican left hook always prevails.
Puerto Rican left foot always prevails. Who do you think he is? Do you think Baraou's Spalmer?
Bro,
do you think Baraou's them guys?
Bro, you see how little Tellez is, bro? Fucking Xander's not going on a back foot looking like that. He ain't gonna go on a back foot looking like that.
I don't believe so either. I don't believe so either. But Baraou's gonna come on the front foot. But I was coming on the front foot, different to Perez.
You know who said on the live show? You know who said on the live show that Tellez gets hit? I did. You ain't got to say 4 months ago. No, I said Tellez get hit. I said that dude Carlos Jackson was whooping his ass. I was never like, oh, he about to be the guy. Nah, bro. Never. He been going to war. He been going to war.
Can we admit? Can we admit Baraou? Can we admit Baraou brings a different dimension, a different skill set, more offensive, coordinated fight?
I admit that he's arrived. It's an upset. He's arrived. All he got to do is stay on his level. Don't beat Tellez and get knocked off and forgotten.
No, sir.
Beautiful moment,
where he's from, they don't really do that. Like my man that called in, spoke about Dick Tiger, spoke about Azuma Nelsons. They don't get knocked off and then just go missing. I told you, he's here to stay. He's here to stay. He's in his prime of his career.
You got to counter, so I'm running it. You heard? Somebody
say no more.
Hero killer.
You sent.
Hero killer.
Hey, hero killer. Salute to you and salute to your day and salute to your family. Hope you're having a great week as always.
Oh,
so
like I said, you got actually two. Lil Zuda sent you one. Junkyard Dog.
Hey, salute to little Zooted, man. Keep getting zooted up, G. Salute to your family and your loved ones. Like I said, Ness, man, the people want to hear real boxing. It's fine. Like I said, I don't need to get all upset and angry when you want to criticize me for something that you think I didn't do. That's fine, that's fine.
Ain't nobody criticizing. I just want proof. If you saying you brought Baraou to the community, show me.
Yes, no problem. If I manage to do so, I'll find the timestamp to give to you so. But like I said, man, Baraou, he's a he showed me different levels yesterday. He showed me his power is very underestimated. He showed me his power is very underestimated. I told you, 154 division is loaded with quality names.
Can he beat
Everybody
Boots?
has to go for the. Excuse me?
Can he beat Boots?
Most definitely. Most definitely. Why not? He's been in the weight division for longer. He's faced better opposition at 154. He's a world champion, a credible world champion at that, because we haven't seen Boots even in the level of someone of Tellez. Tell me, Ness, do you think Tellez would have beaten everybody that Boots have fought?
I don't know. I feel like Stanionis probably would have been a tough fight for Tellez, man. He don't do well. He gets hit a lot. And Stanionis lets his hands go. You got to overwhelm Stanionis to put him on defense. So I don't know about Tellez and Stanionis. Even though Stanionis is still at 47, this next fight in his country in Lithuania is going to be at 47. So it's not like he's a big boy. He's not moving up.
Oh, correct. Fair enough. And as speaking of that Boots situation with Canelo Alvarez, I'm happy that situation has uplifted Boots. He's put him into he's got more recognition now, the recognition that he needs to get put in these big fights that we want to see him in. He's learning from the best. I do think it's a credible advantage to someone like Canelo Alvarez. He's taking this seriously now. He's brought in. Look at the package. Look at the lunch package that he's brought in there to train him up for someone like Terence Crawford. So we know he's taking this seriously. Like I said, the trajectory of boxing is going to be changed on September the 13th. Whether or not Canelo Alvarez becomes successful as in destroying the jaw, taking Terence Crawford into the fucking wheelhouse on September, or Terence Crawford will do what many think we think he's going to do, outbox Canelo Alvarez, because we've heard how slow his footwork is. We've heard incredible stupid things that he doesn't have a jab, which is my man came on here and told you the facts and the analytics of what he has done with his jab. Like I said to you, don't sleep on Canelo Alvarez, and people do not sleep on Terence Crawford thinking he's coming up 2 to 3 weight divisions and he can't get the job done. This is an epic fight. Great for the community, the world of boxing. This is what we want to see. Like I said to you, Ness, man, listen, heroes are not made overnight. You understand what I'm saying to you? Shout out to Hero Killer, because there might be a hero killed on September the 13th. And back to my boy Baraou, I would love to see him unify the division. Him and Murtazaliev will be an epic fight. Clash of the Europeans. You understand what I'm saying to you? We need to see this. You need to see this stuff happening, man.
You may feel like it's your time,
Ruben Virgil, another epic great fight. This is what we need, man. Fundora. We need to see Fundora in there with one of those monsters.
All right, champ. You got one more counter. You want to use it now or come back? Okay.
No.
Come back.
I'll come back, man.
You got it. You got it. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Damn, bro. Loma's going to be in Bogota. I've never been to a WBO convention, bro. The 38th annual convention is going to be in Colombia, bro. But who goes to Bogota? It's Cartagena that everybody wants to go to, bro. But what up? Are you there or are you having issues? Okay, he's having issues. We're going to keep the phone lines moving. Salsa con boxeo. E-boxeo.
What up?
What up?
TBB, the new religion, man. I'm telling you.
Hey, I didn't see the fights over the weekend. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a big MVP guy. I don't even know the people they signed, to be honest with you, like all like that. Um, there's just a few, whatever the case may be. I ain't bothered watching that. But something I didn't mention yesterday is that Crawford definitely need to get Carlos Adames back in his camp ASAP, because moving up 2-3 weight classes and sparring Shakur Stevenson, I mean, that'll help your reflexes, bro, but that's not gonna help you take that punch. You know what I'm saying? So, um, Crawford definitely need to step up his training camp right now. I still, like I said, I still want him to win. He can outbox Canelo, I feel like. But that's what he has to do, man. Another thing is, this is gonna help Boots a whole lot. This this training where Canelo basically helps Boots, you know, strength and conditioning, knowing that he can take the punch at 154, or he's basically testing himself. He's gonna be able to pretty much fight a lot of people at 154 and get the victory. This is gonna help him a whole lot. Be comfortable in that weight class. I think he only gets better from here, man. We're looking at greatness right now. They say the best work with the best. Iron sharps iron, right?
Yeah.
So that's exactly what's happening here, man. And I like it. It's good for the sport. It shows that they taking it serious. So shit, ain't nothing to it but to do it, man. I love it. Shout out to TBV. Shout out to the panel, the community. Talk to y'all later. Have a blessing Sunday.
Appreciate you, champ. Bless. I mean, having them service issues. I mean, you there now?
Yo.
Oh, it's that internet, but you there. You clear than you ever been. So maybe it's working.
Hopefully, yeah. How's my audio?
So far, so good. Don't be so depressed,
All
man.
right. Yeah, listen, man. I gotta show up. I love the Sunday shows because we're recapping a lot.
A lot of your
Shout
women
out to
was
Tim
fighting.
Boski.
You want to get right into the women and
Yo,
the slander of these women. Yo, they didn't perform, bro. We can't keep putting them on the
excuse
big
me?
stage, bro, and not getting what we want, bro. That Stephanie Hahn fight
What?
was putting me to sleep.
Oh my God.
I mean, shout out to Artiga. She saved us. The rest of them girls, cool. Natalie too. Natalie got a stoppage, but you could tell that girl. What was her fucking name? Randy or whatever, bro. You could tell she was like a stripper, and I'm not disrespecting. Like she was a stripper. Her whole ring walk was a stripper. Like tattoos was a stripper, and then she fought like she was a stripper. But she was an MMA chick, they said. So I don't know. Maybe you know more than me. I don't know. It just seemed like a lot of low hanging fruit.
Okay, let me back up a bit. Let me help you and us out. Let's start with the return of Sky Nicholson at 122. I know most of you guys missed it because it was from Australia, Saturday morning. You probably had better things to do, but that's why I'm here. Sky
And she was
Nicholson
on
at
YouTube,
122.
right? That was on YouTube, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah, it was on the zone, but it was on YouTube because it was like
No,
a
I mean
co-promotional
prelims. Like it
thing.
was streamed to the prelims, from what I remember. Or am I wrong?
Yes, for sure. Prelims. But
Damn.
but isn't this what we like to see fighters? No, 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 no,
No,
no,
no, no.
no.
I love it. I
This is what we
love it.
talk
I
about.
love it because
Oh, great, great.
Eddie was getting a lot of hate. There was a lot of reports, or not reports, but tweets from fans saying like, "Oh, favoritism, they dating." So if you dropping her back down, you showing no favoritism. I like it.
Totally agree. 100% agreed. So the issue with that, some people think that she's gonna get held up at 122. Really, Ellie Scottney's the boss at 122, and it's hard to see Nicholson jumping into the picture right away. I don't see how she's not even ranked anywhere. So she may have to find herself back at 126. Don't know how or who, but maybe she could fight, Jennifer Miranda, who just fought Alicia Bumgarner. Miranda's got a WBA interim title, so whatever. But that's that. Let's move on to what I think is a great entry. Yeah, this was her 5th fight. I'm talking about Jocelyn Camarillo. Looks the part. Certainly, she's a young tender. I'm not going to comment too much, but certainly once she gets to a certain level of experience, especially at 108, it's a wide open division. She'll probably end up, 112, 115. Who knows?
I don't
But
know that
she
she
does have the
really impressed
personality.
me. That's the one that her post fight, she's like, "Oh, I wanted to show people I'm more than just a pretty face."
Yes.
Yeah, I gotta watch her some more. I don't think that this was the performance. You feel me? Like Baraou got that performance where it's like, all right, we watching him again. Look at the poll. He's a player in 54. I don't know that Jocelyn showed me that.
Okay, so if you don't like that, I like the performance because again, it's a very young fighter, a very inexperienced fighter, and she didn't use the jab as much as I would like to. Her opponent was a solid opponent, and it was a developmental fight. Okay, you don't like that one, cool. Let's move
No,
on to
I ain't say I don't
Jasmine
like it. I'm just
Animal.
saying it wasn't
Okay.
it wasn't the Baraou performance where it's like, okay, she's a player at the because remember this female boxing, so 2-3 fights you get a world title.
Yeah,
So
but
I'm
that
just saying
division,
she
man, is
didn't
a
show
little
me
wacky. You
she's
just
ready
had
for that. That's all. I'm not saying she ain't it. I'm saying she ain't shown me she's ready to be Ebony Bridges and get a title shot in 4 fights.
well, listen, Ebony Bridges was more than the 4 fights title shot. She was an attraction. She also had the combat sports, the kickboxing background, a little bit different packaging of a fighter. Camarillo is more of a blue chip boxing prospect. So she's done boxing the whole way, national champion. Like she's that kind of fighter. So, you want to be patient in her development. I don't like these things rushed, even though I know in women's boxing there's an expedited schedule. But they're still bringing her along. They're still bringing her along. The top of the division is very heavy. All the belts are at the top of the division at 108. They're just bringing her along. So this was great visibility though. This was great visibility is what I think. Yes, it was on the prelims, but that prelim card was hot. The prelim card was very entertaining. I think both cards together were great, but not to skip over what she did. I'm just trying to get to on Jasmine Artiga because I think her performance is what a lot of people know we needed at 115, right? Because let's be truthful. We don't know what Fundora is doing. She probably gonna play, what they like to call a weight bully. She's mentioned going down to 108, not up to 115. And maybe this is the reason why. Maybe she don't want to mess around with the Jaron Artigas of the world. She doesn't want to get in there and have to get technical into Jenny Fuchs, right? The captain, as Michaela Mayer calls her. All right, she's got the interim title at the WBC joint, and maybe she doesn't want to get in there with my girl, the new dark horse, Mizuki Mimi Haruta, who's the WBO champ. So, Artiga got a chance to show us against a solid opponent in Lynn Sandstrom. Sandstrom fought, I believe, for the WBA title, which was held by Clara Lescurat for a couple of years. Sandstrom fought Lescurat a couple times, wasn't victorious. So, there's her championship experience. She's a little easy on the eyes to look at. So yeah, it was a good matchup, credible former challenger, and Artiga coming off of that controversial Roni Chavez fight. I think this was good. Again, good visibility for women's boxing. This shows you that MVP is willing to put good fights on the card, even when they're kind of mixed in with mid-level male fighters. You put some championship fights on there. If you think that was a whitewash, you also had Stephanie Hahn. She had some early adversity in her fight, and I think she got up off the canvas to box well. Her opponent got lucky, more or less. Her opponent was quite busty, by the way. I didn't surprise. I wasn't expecting to be that busty, but yeah, she was kind of sloppy, and it really didn't help her in those spots when Hahn got up and was using her jab more effectively, despite being knocked down. So, to me, that's boxing, man. That's what you give. It's what more variety could you want from that, male or female? It just happens to be that these were women's fights, mixed in, I think, very well on this card. You talking about, you're a hardworking man. You're the hardest working man in boxing. So you were probably just tired. Don't blame it on my girls. They'll put you to sleep. It's a bunch of bullshit. You were tired. Okay.
I mean,
That
I
was some
didn't
great
go to
acting.
bed. I just left the studio, watched the fights from the bed. So I didn't go to bed, but that was I don't know. It didn't do it for me, bro. It did. Shout out to Artiga, like
What?
I said.
Let me ask you. Was that card, or was the action
You got
from
to
the women
understand,
any?
too, it was I'm not
Go
going to
ahead.
blame just the women. I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you. I'm not going to blame just
Okay.
the women. Just to, try to get where you want me to go. Because you don't want me to place all the blame, and you're right. Luca's body had a lot to do with that. His fight slowed things down. You coming off a woman's fight, slowing things down. You going back into another woman fight. It's just like you slowed me down. You feel me? I needed liquor. I'm smoking weed. It's like, nah, y'all putting me to sleep. It's just, and then the main event was trash, bro. I'm sorry. Them dudes was holding more than a motherfucker. You got Cesar Bud telling us that Yankiel is next up and should be getting more promotion. And then he go in there and do that. It's like, bro, when you good, like, why we don't see a new wave fights look like that? Canelo ain't even look like that versus Skull. That was a bad fight, but like, it wasn't an ugly fight. A-sides usually don't do that. So if you a true A-side, you're supposed to not allow that type of weird shit to happen. That was a bad main event. I don't think they're ever going to make him a main event again. He shit the bed.
Well, I'm glad you said that. The Lucas body fight, but look at it. Look how this rounded out. And I think when you put both the prelims and the full card together, the women gave you solid action because yes, Camarillo, she gave you, just a little, no different than when you see, I'll use a name, Esteban, what's my man, Navarro, Steven Navarro from Top Rank. Her coming in and doing what she did was no different from that. It's a very young prospect and making the fight entertaining by fighting quite vulnerably, and they're getting some experience. All right. Now you mentioned it. I forgot about it. Nat Dove out of Philly. Yeah, she whooped on Randy. Randy Lynn Morales. Randy Lynn is an interesting character. Let's just say boxing saves lives. Boxing is like the third thing she picked up to feed her family. And she is enough of a name that she gave Nat Dove some good experience for what it's worth. A durable opponent, I'll say that. She Ellie Brooke could have beat Randy Morales, and Ellie Brooke came into the boxing game late, but she's in Misfits. She was trained by Mark Tibbs, who's also trained Ebony Bridges. I'm just saying, when you talk about skill and sticking to it, yeah, it was a solid fight for Dove over a credible opponent. That's what I'm trying to speak to Morales' credibility. But where you lost the fight, like you said, Louis Body, Chris Avila, you know what I'm saying? Those fights, even though Avila got upset, those were the fights that kind of dragged it down. And I was going to say, compared to the previous card Friday night, I mean, the action from the women, I think, was much more intriguing when you got a fighter that got to come off the canvas and to retain the title. Like, boring or not, like you don't like boxing when you talk about that. That was, she had to figure something out against an opponent. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. Don't blame my girls.
Yo, does this guy, when I show you this guy, let me see if there's any way to hide his information. No, there's not. All right, so when you see this guy, what do you think in terms of, like, what do you see here?
I don't know. It looked like I might have seen him somewhere. He
Well,
looked
he's
like
an
Poppy.
official. He's an official. He's a judge. But do you think he's black? Do you think he's white? Is he Latin? Do you see Cuban?
Honestly,
What do you
okay.
see?
So me, honestly, being from where we from,
His
next
name
I
is
gotta say
Ephraim LeBron.
or LeBron, and I was gonna say either Cuban or Dominican. Me personally.
And I feel Cuban or Puerto Rican.
Hmm.
But I bring him up because, bro, this dude had that fight with Abass and Tellez, 112, 115, 113, 115. which means without the knockdown, he had that shit a draw?
Might have been Cuban.
That's why I asked, bro. Yo, the other two judges had it 116, 117, bro. Like, you the only one that had it 113, 115?
Yeah, that's an interesting score. I mean, in the pre-pro, as soon as after the first round, we called it. Like, hey, it's looking Abass, Abass Baraou definitely. He announced himself, and that's what I started off. Shout out to Timboski. You got one, bro. But Abass 154 is deep, man. It's so deep. I know we got a caller. Who we got?
Tip Bellis. Tip Bellis. You not coming through.
Yo.
Tip.
Yeah, man. Why we listening to Timboski, bro? We know he lying. That nigga ain't never mentioned no fucking Abass. Dudes be on here capping, man. That shit crazy.
I don't
that nigga
know.
ain't never
I
mentioned
got a
Abass.
super chat from Kerry G. That back call stick together, boy. I need
Man,
friends
come
like
on,
that.
man, bro. It's Kerry G, bro. Every time somebody from the back call pop up, Kerry G come to defense. Like, come on, man. We can't, Kerry G is not a credible source, bro. He's not. He's not a credible source. We not gonna do that. We not gonna do that. But anyway, man, last night's MVP card, absolute ass, man. Absolute ass. They robbed my boy Angelino Cordova. They robbed my boy for the second time. The nigga got robbed against Julio Cesar Martinez, a drug cheat. You know what I'm saying? They gave him a bullshit ass majority decision loss in that fight. Then we get to fucking Yankiel Rivera and they give him a majority decision draw. This is nasty. That dude cannot get over to save his life. Shout out to Silas, man. That shit is crazy, bro. He was putting the beats on Yankiel Rivera, and all we heard all night was biased commentary, man. It was nothing but biased commentary. Then the bullshit ass point deductions. The point deductions was bullshit. Then the fact that he landed a legitimate knockdown in the fight, and that wasn't scored. But a motherfucker getting tossed to the ground is scored as a knockdown. This is disgusting, man. I'm tired of bullshit like that, bro. This is the second time this dude has been robbed. I don't think this dude is ever going to become a title holder after this. You know what I'm saying? With the way shit is looking, it's just nasty, bro. And they putting all the onus on him for making it a bad fight. No, you niggas sat there and you hyped up this, what was he, Puerto Rican Cuban? This little 5'3" Puerto Rican Cuban, whatever the hell he is, fighter. And he looked like shit. He shit the bed. His resume, like, and shout out to Trav FDY on that Abass pick, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was a good pick. I looked into the resume as well. You know what I'm saying? He had a chance of being Yoenis Tellez, man. I was scared to bet on it too, man, because I ain't know. After the first half, I was like, damn, Tellez could change it. But nah, he stayed consistent and boxed him all the way through. That shit, live bet, that shit got all the way to about a plus 1,400 for Abass by decision, bro. I sat there, I was like, man, I don't know, bro. I just don't know. But scared money don't make no money. I missed out on my opportunity, man. Sad word. Dude got as high as a plus 650. It's just crazy. But yeah, man, that was just a bad card. Shout out to Teague, man. She went out there and did her thing. She did her thing. She got the stoppage. She looked impressive, man. She did what the champion was supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Damn, who else is on that card? Yeah, that UFC fighter, man. Yo, it's something about them Stockton niggas. They all look the same, man. That shit crazy. All them Stockton niggas look the same. They gotta start putting these UFC niggas in the ring, man. MVP fucking up. And then once again, man, Lucas Body. I don't ever want to see Lucas Body on my TV again, bro. I never want to see Lucas Body on my TV again. They did Aston Silva dirty. They dropped him for this born-ass fighter who allegedly sells out in fucking Niagara Falls, Canada. No wonder. There's nobody out there to watch that bullshit. That's why he's selling out. Oh, an arena full of one. This shit is disgusting, man. Disgusting. Pick that shit up, bro. What the fuck? Sat there for fucking whole 36 minutes, wasting my time, bro. Then he gets the knockdown and he doesn't go for the kill. It's insane. Like, he was supposed to get that dude out of there, bro. He's supposed to get him out of there. I don't know, man. Ain't nobody gonna want to fight Lucas Body unless there's some money in it. Cause like, bro, ain't nobody want to deal with that. I'd rather, matter of fact, Lucas Body versus Shakur Stevenson is a great fight. We can see who's gonna throw the least amount of punches again. Cause this is disgusting, bro. I'm tired of seeing niggas like this. I'm tired of seeing all these niggas that just sit on their back foot and just wait to counter punch like that, bro. And don't insert their dominance in a fight, you know what I'm saying, where they can willingly impose their will. This is crazy, man. But yeah, that's my call for right now, man. Timboski, don't call back in, counter punch your line talking about you was talking about Abass and Kerry G is backing you, bro. We don't want to hear that shit. We don't want to hear that. He's not a credible source, man. Grab somebody else.
H-Town. H-Town. We got Kerry G with the $5. Is it really that surprising Timboski follows the career of an obscure African boxer fighting out of Europe? Julio Guzman, $2. All love, no words. Mad Bent, $2. Bud beats Canelo, sparring to take punches crazy. Leonard Sterling, 5-pounder. Rod, Matchroom wanted to extend Yankiel. MVP offered Yankiel more money. Lynn Sandstorm is awful. Australian domestic level. Nicholson, IBF number 3 at 22. Hero, killer, counterpunch for Tip Bayless. We got H-Town, Baby Joker.
Yo, good morning, bro. How you doing?
All good.
Whoa, the boxing world is really mad that Canelo sparring Boots. That's fucking crazy. Wonder why they're hating. I wonder why they hate. I was just watching a video with what's his name? God damn it. He a fucking Bud supporter, a Tank supporter. Oh, Breadman. You know, they asked Breadman what he thought about the sparring. He said it's really good. He was even saying that Boots don't have no bad days in sparring. So he said Canelo sure did get some good work. He was surprised that he used Boots. He said, man, Canelo's a made man in the game, and I'm surprised he brought in a young killer that gives tough work every time he steps in the ring. And then he hinted that this big better, you know, a pro fighter that likes to drop the bag, don't switch this pig just off the sparring and off that picture where he said he was wowed. He's still sticking with Crawford because that's his boy, but he said he was very surprised that that person, you know, likes to bet big money, that's really known in the boxing industry, switched his picks just off of that. He also said that, you know, a lot of trainers yesterday and couch trainers were talking about that this wasn't going to do anything for Canelo. Breadman said. What was that?
You disrespectful talking about some couch trainers.
I mean, that's what they are, right? It's amateurs, Little League.
Bro, that ain't making no couch.
That's Little League shit, bro. Nobody gives a fuck
start.
until you make it to the big leagues.
That's how you
start. I don't give
a
fuck. A bunch of these motherfuckers think that no shit never make it to the big leagues. They got more losses than I do picks and wins. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck. Little League shit. Little League shit. You know? Like I said, Breadman said he's very surprised, bro. Canelo definitely got work from Boots. He definitely brought him in and took this fight serious. Like I said, the Little League trainers yesterday were saying Canelo wasn't going to get nothing out of this. But then you got to do like Breadman saying, we definitely got something out of this. So who do I pay attention to, Ness? The Little League motherfuckers or the dude that's in the big leagues?
Both.
Who, Ness?
Both.
You tell me both? Both.
Yeah, both,
bro. I guess both, bro.
The big league trainer.
I'm listening to the big leagues, bro.
Remember that the big league trainer started off as a little league trainer one day.
Yeah, but they made it though, right? How many little league motherfuckers don't make it?
I mean,
what are the odds? What are the odds of these little league dudes making it to the big leagues?
I mean,
not very high.
It is high when you got a son like Devin and Shakur, right? And that's what it looks like he got.
Fucking outliers.
That's what it looks. But what you mean? That's what it looks like he got, bro. Look at his kids. They all winning nationals every time. What do you mean?
That's cool, bro. Ryan Garcia won so many nationals and nobody gives a fuck about the
But
dude.
he made it to the pros. He made it
He
to
a
the pros.
cheater.
He made it to the
He a
pros.
cheater.
My bro, he made it to the pros, and
All
that's
I hear right
exactly.
here, cheater. He was never a champion.
But he made it to the pros, and that's the argument. You saying that they
I
won't,
don't give a
that
fuck
they
until you
haven't made
make it there, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, make it there, and I'll shut the fuck up. Right now, y'all little league motherfuckers. Little league motherfuckers, man. Giving your takes on one fighter, yet you're like fucking. Oh, you're 2 for 62. What the fuck? You were making fun of him, was you not? You said you done picked against this dude every single fight but 2. How good are you? How good are your eyes? Little league shit. I said little league shit.
All right, bro.
Yeah.
You may feel like it's your time, but it's not your time.
If you trying to call in, Discord available, X Spaces available, tip, you got a counter. We got my Neko. Did you know anything about the Boxing Bros? His boy was boxing mad dirty, punching in the back of the head. Look what happened to Preacher Colon for that bullshit. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was wilding, picking Cordova, saying Cordova deserved to win. Cordova was wilding with the illegal tactics, man. And that fight was dog shit. I can't even believe he felt that kid got robbed. Julio Guzman, $2. Shakur Body, CompuBox can be done on a notepad. Yo, y'all gotta stop, bro. That's not cool, bro. Not cool, bro. Pat Bondero. Damian Clark, where is Broadway Joel? He was super hyping Rivera. You sure it was Joel? I thought it was Cesar.
Yo, you hear me?
Yep.
Hey, shout out to you, Ness. Keep doing the good work every day. Rocking every day. TBV, #1.
Appreciate you.
Shout out to you, Amin.
Salute, brother.
Never managed to get me, man. Shout out to you, Amin. Great boxing fan out there. Hey, man. The best fight of yesterday for me was the Tellez Baraou. That man Baraou, the German guy, bro. I was scared that they robbed the man, you know? I was really scared because the commentator, man, Taver, like he's not a good commentator, man. You can see already his bias, you know what I'm saying? That's what's difficult to listen to this guy. But yeah, man, shout out to that brother from Germany, man. He pissed up that Tellez, man. That was a great fight, man. That was great. And Tellez got a great chin. Man, he could have been knocked out like a couple times, bro. That was a great fight. And I mean, don't you think that they robbed that Colombian girl? Woman. I think she got robbed, man.
I don't know because Han didn't have a lot on her punches, but the girl was Paulina or I forgot her name, but she was smothering her work.
Paulina. Yeah.
Yeah, Paulina. She just kept smothering her work. She didn't really get a chance to get into a good rhythm. So while I don't think Han was like terribly impressive, I think Dubois washes her. I think Ferreira, it might be a little bit too much pressure for Han. I just think that Han was just composed against somebody who didn't give himself. She reminded me of my girl, Nazarena Romero, just kind of a little bit too wild, man. So she had that lucky punch early, but she couldn't seem to really put together anything that amounted to like a dominant exchange, you know?
I agree. It wasn't like always combination cleans, but you have to look at also the ring general. She was keep putting pressure on the what's the name on Han, and Han wasn't really like countering with like clean punches. Like I didn't see any clean punches from Han. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm completely unbiased because I don't watch much women boxing. But when I was watching that fight, I'm like, that lady got robbed to me. As we know, is boxing, and that's why I was worried that this brother from Germany got robbed because he was Yo, that was clean punches. Tellez, and as I said, Tellez got a chin to stay up after all those those bombs, man. But man, shout out to TBV, man. I just wanted to give you a shout out, and I keep listening. Salute to you, I mean.
Yes, sir. Salute to you.
Shout out to you,
You know
Ness.
something, and this is perfect timing. This is perfect timing because this is the conversation we were having just last week, and I said to you, there's just sometimes a certain level of pedigree. So it ties into Kerry G pointing out that Tim Boski would follow some obscure, African fighter, based out of Europe. There's just a lot of pedigree, now what that pedigree is varies, but the variety of it is so much. And it dawned on me, I said, damn, I seen this kid fight on a bunch of Wasserman cards, you know what I'm saying? So it's I think coming up, like I pointed out, through that Commonwealth and European system that they got over there, you just really get a different level of experience, especially when it comes to going 10 and 12 rounds a little bit more regularly against different
If you
style
don't get
fighters,
your King of Essex ass out of here, bro, come on, bro. Tellez is just who he is, but bro, he fought a former unified. I ain't even pulling a box rep. Former unified champ in Julian Williams. He fought Carlos Jackson. Like, before that, who was he? He's gotten experience on a high. Oh, he beat Sergio Garcia, bro. Mad years ago, right after like Fondora or Harrison. Like, nah, it's just him. He got a tank issue. Punches he could take. He got a tank issue, and his defense is basura. His hands is down. He getting cracked all night.
And you said that. I don't want to be one of those guys, man. I'm just not so sure that Julian J Rock win was all that. You know what I mean? J Rock.
No, of course, J
had
Rock
been,
wasn't the best version of himself. I'm not trying to gas you on the win, but it's still an experience, bruh. Like, we always say an old dude is washed, but some of them old dudes give our young guys hell and upset them. And I know it just happened. I just can't think, but it literally just happened. You got dudes like Chisora still fucking grinding dudes out. Like, bro, you can't just count him completely out. Yeah, he might be washed. Yeah, he might be done. But let's see.
Well, but I think the point that you're making that we got to put in the context is the fighters still have to offer you that style. So let's use a Hank Lundy. He's still going to try to trick you and still hit you with them overhands. So if that fighter ceases to do what gives them their reputation, so if one day Chisora stops grinding down and he becomes a aqua bag, then that's not a good win over that version of Chisora. I think that's what you were pointing out against Dillian White. If he's not going to the body, if he's not body snatching, if he's just going to be there, then what version of Dillian White did you be? And I make the same argument about J-Rock. J-Rock wasn't that solid, steady, come forward fight at that time. He had already slipped on a banana peel against Jason Rosario, and he just wasn't the same guy.
But you see the difference between me and y'all? See, I'm consistent. Otoma beat White. I said it's a great win. The issue with me and y'all became thinking that win meant he's ready for Usyk or the top. I said that's a great win for a dude that never had a name like Dillian White on his resume, and before Dillian White was fucking Maurice Vaught. If you go through Tellez's resume, he got more names and experience names than Baraou or Baraou, whatever the fuck his name is. It all boils down to it didn't matter. It didn't matter. Crawford showed you that, and, Abass showed you that. We don't got the resume, but we could beat the guy.
And you don't like the name, but maybe Sam Eggington is a hell of an experienced fighter.
Get the fuck out of here, bro. Yeah, that's experience, though.
Yeah.
No.
That's what I'm saying. Experience.
It's experience. That dude is durable, and he goes to war, but he's limited. That's what I'm saying. You going to give Eggington credit on Abass, but you won't give Tellez credit for fucking Julian Williams? Eggington is more washed. Who you picking, Eggington or Williams at 54?
Eggington. And I'll tell you why.
Nah, you right though. Eggington is a fucking workhorse, man. He's a
Yeah.
workhorse, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
But he
Thank you.
take punishment. He
The
take
work will still
punishment.
get.
He
But he's
and
there to
Julian is
take the
slicker. He's
punishment.
more accurate. He might could fucking knock out Eggington. Telling you,
Nah, J-Rock,
Eggington
though,
take
he's
punishment,
not.
bro. He take punishment.
But he's there to take and deliver. It's the same reason why this girl Brandon
Bro, didn't
Morales
Eggington lose
was
to
in there.
Cheeseman?
Yeah, the mighty Ted Cheese. You
Come
seen
on,
Cheeseman,
man.
shorty?
Nah, man. I'm going Williams over Eggington right now today. Not back in the day, not in the prime. Today, Eggington is losing to Williams. Mike.
Where you at, Mike?
Mike. Oh, no. Here we go.
Got the kids in the car.
That wasn't you. I don't know, Mike. You might have to jump out, jump back in. We got Bob Saget, $2. Back of the head are not frowned upon enough. Exactly. And I remember I had a bad opinion. I say it all the time. I had a bad opinion over that shit, man. I called Pritchard Cologne all types of names, like thinking he was soft during the actual fight. And then that night, his life changed forever. And so did I. I will never. I take them back of the head shots serious as fuck. Because I knew Pritchard personally, man. It sucked. It sucked to watch that kid. I mean, he was the first Puerto Rican Al Haymon signed fighter. He could have been the next Cotto, who knows? Because he had talent. He wasn't struggling.
Yeah.
He was doing well. You know, obviously he didn't get the chance to step up, but he was doing well on the level he was on, man. And Al was treating him real good. That was back in the day when PBC was the shit. So who knows, man? They could have probably went to Puerto Rico with that kid. But what was his name? Terrell Williams was the dude that fucked him up? Or Jamaine Williams, something like that? Pretty sure it's a Williams, though. Motherfucker landed hella behind the head shots. And I'm just like, man, go ahead, just fight, man. Stop talking shit. Stop crying to the ref. That's all that could come out my mouth doing that shit until the next few hours. It's like, damn, this man's life is done. Mike.
And look, that's why.
I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say Cordova. That's why, Tip is being, what's the word, provocative, talking about his man Cordova. Cordova is a very sloppy and dirty fighter. So I don't know what the fuck Tip
Yeah,
was
that
talking
shit was
about.
ugly. That shit was ugly. I wouldn't be out here defending him. He from the opening bell, he landed like 2 behind the head shots. He got 2 back-to-back warnings at the rip.
First
Go ahead,
of all,
Mike.
he only got 1 warning. And I ain't saying that the back of the head shot, you know what I'm saying, shouldn't have been penalized. But the realistic optics of it is, had Yankiel Rivera even remotely thrown a shot behind the head, he would have never got that same point deduction. That's just the truth of the matter when you look at this fight. There was a clear bias in the fight. We can all see it. Y'all want to ignore it? That's cool. But we can all see there was a clear bias in the fight. From the ref's mannerisms to the commentary, it was just nasty all the way through. And that's why his coach was throwing ice in the ring. That's exactly why his coach was throwing ice in the ring, because of the way the official was refereeing the fight. It was nasty. It was a clear bias. They didn't want him to win. The fact that they even gave him a knockdown for a fucking shove is wild. And then to not reward a knockdown for a legitimate punch, 2 at that, 2. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't 1, but it was 2. 2 times he got hit and knocked down, and there was no point deduction. It's crazy. This is crazy. Like, and people want to call in and say, "Oh man, we just glad the boss didn't get knocked down." Like, bro, like, how do y'all not have the same energy for the other dude who's the B side going into the fight as a champion? What are we talking about? Like, bro, this is like, I don't get it, bro. Sometimes I just don't get it. I just don't get it. But you know what I'm saying? It's boxing. You know what I'm saying? Fans gonna support who they want to support. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes, you know what I'm saying, the moral perspective and being right, you know what I'm saying? They never do it. They never do it, bro. They never do it, man. It's just a shame, bro. It's just a shame. Like the fact that we gonna blame whatchamacallit for doing what he did. Like, we ain't see this man fight against Julio Cesar Martinez in the same style of fight. Like, he literally fought Julio Cesar Martinez the same way, and ain't nobody have a complaint about that fight. But once it's Yankiel Rivera, this guy who's highly touted, you know what I'm saying, he can't handle the tactics, you know what I'm saying, the roughhousing and all that, you know what I'm saying, just surviving, you know what I'm saying, around when you're fucking hurt. You know, we gonna put all the onus on Cordova. Like that's disgusting, bro. Like Cordova did what he was supposed to do. He was hurt. He was rocked. He held onto the leg. He did what he was supposed to do to survive and make it to the end of the round. Too bad Yankiel Rivera wasn't able to do the same shit every time he got hurt. It was just the fact that Cordova started smothering his work, man. Y'all gotta stop this bullshit, bro. Go rewatch the fight and tell me I'm lying. And then there's nothing that Yankiel Rivera did to remotely win rounds. What did he do? Like the nigga landed one significant punch every other round, bro. And that's it. He did nothing to follow that shit up. He wasn't the more active fighter. He didn't control the pace of the fight. He didn't push the pace of the fight. Like what? Like I'm like, what the fuck was I watching last night for people to get in here and say that fight should have been a draw, or not even argue that the fight was a draw and that Cordova shouldn't have won? I'm confused, bro. I'm confused. But this is the bias I talk about, man. Like, we about to sit here and we about to get another bullshit Yankiel Rivera fight in the future, bro. I don't even want to see that. I don't want to see that dude again, just like I don't want to see Lucas Body again, man. Them dudes is disappointing, man. I like watching Cordova because I know Cordova going to give me a hard fight to the end. That's just the truth of the matter. He going to fight. I ain't see that from Yankiel Rivera. But anyway, man, Charlo going to cook that boy Abass, respectfully, man. You know what I'm saying? I think promoters need to learn, bro, that there are other fighters out there that you should back, you know what I'm saying, should sign, you know what I'm saying, that had the potential skill. Like, that dude has a solid resume, bro. He has a solid resume. That's a fighter you could build around. Promoters need to start looking into shit like that, man, and stop wasting our time with a lot of these dudes that just have a name or a following, bro. You know what I'm saying? They getting lost in the sauce out here.
Hey, man, you always going to need the fighters with the names and the followings to sell tickets to the guys that you talking about is good, but don't sell. You can't put on a fight without ticket sales, man. It's just impossible.
You're right, but they doing themselves a disjustice by only having the dude who can sell tickets signed and not the other dude who could be a legitimate champion. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean,
it's just
again, the ticket
it's
seller,
backwards.
it's not as backwards as business. That's why the unfortunate truth is they say boxing is a business. If it wasn't, they would sign the dude that's better. They need to sign the dude that's going to help profit them, put them in the green. That's the issue that you guys don't want to realize. It's unfortunate. I didn't come to realize it till Border Wars. You know what I'm saying? Who wants to lose money? I'm paying for the venue. Now, maybe on that level, Madison Square Garden is saying, we'll pay you to put your fight here because it brings us revenue. But then that means, how does the fighter get any percentage of the concessions? And how does the fighter get the gate revenue? What exactly is the venue making then? You understand? So, bro, you got to think about it. Is Top Rank or whatever promoter paying to put their fight in Madison Square? Do they got to pay a certain amount of venue fee that they need to reshore comes back? And yeah, on that level, I'm sure they got a whole team in a whole office looking for sponsorships saying, yo, we're going to be in Madison Square Garden. And they getting some of those operational costs covered in sponsorships. But again, who the fuck wants to break even? I mean, I'm the only dummy that's willing to break even because I actually love what I do. My alternative was being in a truck. You know what I'm saying? God bless me to give me this. So if I could break even and still do a show and meet up with Tip and smoke a L without me, I'm cool. But the minute that shit start going in the red, my wife gonna be like, yo, your little game? You got to stop that. That little shit you doing on the side with your buddies, you better stop that because we gonna lose our house. So it's about dollars and cents, and y'all don't want to believe that shit.
No. I'm fully aware. You know what I'm saying? This is what I tell people all the time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but at the same time, at the same time, it's just
I text them too, like, yo, the audience looking for you.
But it's like at the same time, we can't just leave these dudes, these hidden gems on the streets
Hey, man,
unsigned to
they
no
got to get the
promoter.
upset. They got to get the upset. And honestly, stop banging his drum for Cordova. He didn't look like a hidden gem. I got to get the mic. Well, Mike, you got to raise your hand. I don't know what you got going on. You
Nah,
that Omaha
I
internet
ain't saying
trash.
Cordova. I ain't saying Cordova a hidden gem. I seen Cordova. I seen what he did against
My
Julio
Neko
Cesar
with the
Martinez.
$2. This caller do not know about boxing.
Hey man, then how about you call in? How about you call in and stop super
Hey,
chatting? Call in.
At least he became a member and been super chat. And I think he's trying to put his son in Border Wars.
We need him to call in. If I don't know shit, then call in and
His
tell
son
me
is just
why I don't know
younger.
shit.
His son is just younger, so I sent them to, Coach Sheik.
But this the crazy part. They'll say shit like this, right? But they won't call in and then tell you
let me
how.
get the mic. Let me get the mic. I gave you
Yankiel
10
Rivera
hours.
won.
I gotta get the mic. Mike, hopefully your shit work. Cause this your third time. Mike. Man, boy, that Omaha internet, no bueno. No bueno. I could have left on tip for that, man. You trying to call in now is the time. I mean. So what's next for Artiga, man?
Yeah, yo, 115. Jenny Fuchs is out there. I mentioned her. She's got an interim, but then of course you got what is it? Kenia Enriquez. She's the full WBC champ at
The Mexican.
115. Yes.
Enrique. What's her first name? Kenya?
Yeah.
Okay. I met her at the
Kenya,
WBC
Kenya.
convention.
Yeah. She's easy on the eyes. She's one of those.
She's not into 3-minute rounds, that's for sure.
No, definitely not. Definitely. And listen, really, that's kind of Nina Menke and Serrano, and more Menke than Serrano are the only ones that are holding up the 3-minute rounds right about now. Menke
Well,
was
what
the
about
IBF featherweight.
my new girl too?
Oh yeah, Tam Tebow.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, shout out to her.
Giza channel, $2, pound for pound, number 1 in the chat. Drop a bomb for the status. Did you like Harvey's pro debut? I did. I just feel like the opponent wasn't as durable, right? That it was. I don't know. Was it a clean stoppage? What happened there? Oh, he retired in the corner, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know.
That was the Friday joint.
Shout out to Harvey. I watched it, but it wasn't the stoppage I was looking for. But hey, he got the job done. He looked fast. He looked good. He's short though, right? What weight class is that?
What was he, middle?
What's his first name?
For 154.
Nah, he can't be
Jamal
middle. Is
Harvey?
he middle? Jamal Harvey? Damn, is he middle? I felt like his head wasn't even going past the ropes, bro.
I could be wrong. Don't listen to me.
5'7" is saying 5'7". Nah, that somebody else said 5'5.5". There you go, 5'5.5" on box. I knew he was short. So what weight is he? This is amateurs. Hold on. Pro. Yeah, 129. I knew he was little. He looks small. I'm telling you, at times his head went over the top belt. I'm like, what the rope? I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, that was. Go ahead.
Tip right back at it.
Oh man, shout out to the community. This proves my point. Ness, go to the pre-pro chat and pull up that picture I just posted.
Yeah,
Just
the
pull up that
referee.
picture I just
Referee, Pabon, right?
That's the that's the referee from last night who officiated the Yankiel Rivera Angelino Cordova fight. He is a Puerto Rican referee, bro. It is clear bias, bro. It is clear bias. You can't dispute that. You cannot dispute that. This is insane. This is insane. They robbed the Colombian, man. They did it with the Mexican on an all-Mexican card, you know what I'm saying, against the Canelo Alvarez fighter. Now you do it with the Puerto Rican on a Jake Paul card. You know what I'm saying? MVP. You know what I'm saying? Jake Paul. He lives in Puerto Rico. You know what I'm saying? He signed one of the highest Puerto Rican women boxing fighters in Amanda Serrano. Like, come on, bro. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Like, do y'all not like? Can you not see what is in front of you clear as day? This is clear bias, bro.
Champ.
We not giving him a fair shake, man.
I just want you to know that the same conspiracy you're trying to create was one that was always created for Floyd and never worked. Floyd, how many fights did that dude Bayless ref for Floyd, bro? How many?
Bro, we all know Kenny Bayless.
And then tell us how many Joe Cortez ref for Floyd. Like, every A side has preference, and they get to pick.
Bro, we all know every ref has a bias for an A side. It's just like when you see a Thomas Taylor, clear example. If you watch a Thomas Taylor fight, Thomas Taylor will always side with the A side, bro. Always. Watch the David Benavidez fight with Caleb Plant. He did not allow he didn't even try to break up all the clinching that Caleb Plant was doing throughout that entire fight. Like, niggas sit here and talk about, Demetrius Andrade got beat the fuck up in the fight or whatever, you know what I'm saying, after the knockdown. Demetrius Andrade couldn't hold on for dear life, bro. Not like Caleb Plant did. Not even remotely. Like, just watch the way Harvey Dock conducts his fights when he working with the A side, and just watch the way Thomas Taylor conducts his fights when he working with the A side. You know this clear bias. Motherfucking Thomas Taylor is going to allow the boxer to hold on against the brawler every time the boxer is getting beat the fuck up. Every time. Harvey Dock not going to let that shit happen, bro. Harvey Dock not going to let that shit happen. It's just different things. It's different things with each ref, bro. Y'all gotta watch these referees, man. Just watch these referees, because they get determined about. They get determined the outcome of a bout for sure.
You may feel like it's your time.
Tip, what's next for your man Cordova? Because you on this justice for Cordova. What's next for him now?
I don't know, man. He got to take another tough fight that he might possibly lose this time, because he done been in tough. And this is not the first time he been an underdog, but he done been in tough a lot. Bro. He got to keep fighting harder and harder than the rest of these dudes who got the money behind him. But it's cool, man. It is what it is.
Hey, man.
Oh, and shout out
to Pat Bandero. He said he agreed with Tip, but the same applies to Tank Roach, man. And you ain't lying. You weren't beating the drum like that, though. You wasn't beating the drum like that. You wasn't beating the drum.
Harvey Dock, but
you weren't beating the drum, and you ain't beating the drum now.
Harvey Dock. But what do we have to complain about in the Tank fight when it comes to officiating? Like, what are we complaining about? It's like, we know there's hardly, and if you gotta run me, there's hardly any action. You know what I'm saying? Like, Tank is usually on the back foot, circling the ring, and then, you know what I'm saying, he's luring you. Like, y'all say it all the time. Tank don't let his hands go. Like, what? Am I lying?
Hey, yo,
on, bro. Like, we
look at this. I gotta show this, bro. Shout out to Salse Boxel. Yo, Adames posted this, yo. Internet undefeated, I mean. Adames said, there's a reason why I wasn't asked to be a sparring partner for either Canelo or Crawford, since I could adapt to both styles. I'm an option for both of them. What's the reason? I don't know, but he says there's a reason. Then a fan says, don't forget this pussy-ass Dominican. Whoa, that's too much. But he put, obviously, Patrick Teixeira, who beat Adames. Internet is undefeated. So then Carlos puts a picture from the fight showing Teixeira's face and says, be a fan, shut the fuck up, which is a clone phrase from Tank. Bro, but then y'all say Tank ain't this generation's Floyd. He just used the same line. Did he copy paste it? Was it copy paste though? I mean, it sounds
His
like
nephew, or his son, whoever run his page, because that motherfucker speak English too good.
That motherfucker said, shut the fuck up and be a fan, bro. I had to show that. That was the funny of the day right there. That was the funny of the day. But go ahead, champ. You said run you?
Yeah, just running for one more. But yeah, man. Yeah, we gotta clean up the sport of boxing when it comes to officiating and much more. You know what I'm saying? We gotta call it out. We gotta call it out. You gotta call out the biases. But you don't see that in the tank fight when it comes to like what's the last tank fight you could say a referee got? I mean, but they don't say what's my boy Steve Willis, right? They gonna say Steve. Okay, they gonna throw my man Steve under the bus, bro. But Steve let them boys fight. I ain't mad because Steve let them boys fight. Steve gonna give everybody a chance. Steve gonna get everybody a chance, bro. Respectfully, I love Steve Willis. I think that's the best referee in the game because he gonna let
Yo,
niggas fight. Steve gonna let niggas fight,
yo,
and he
Tip.
not gonna intervene, bro. Yo,
I just got one question though, because it's not like this fight. And again, if I'm wrong, tell me. But it's not like this fight was for an eliminator or nothing. Like, why you picking this hill to die on,
no,
man? Like, you want to
no.
clean
It
up
was
the
for the
sport
it was for
because
the
It was for the
title. It was
title.
for the belt. It was
Yankel's
for
a
the belt.
champ.
Oh, okay.
It was
I didn't know.
it was for the belt. Just like
Wasn't it a
just like the fight
unification?
against.
Because Cordova came in with like 7 belts himself.
No.
Rolly was holding
This was
one of
for
them
the.
shits.
No. I think those are minor titles. But yeah, this was for the actual belt.
Oh, so
And
he
it's
was
like I
capping.
said
He was
against.
capping.
Wasn't Julio Cesar Martinez champion when he fought him, or was he champion in recess? One of the two. Either way, it's just a bad look. It's just a bad look, bro. It's just a bad look. But yeah, man.
Yeah, I don't. Why wait? I
Shit
don't fuck
crazy
with
in
that
these
shit.
boxing streets, man. Shit crazy in these boxing streets. So it's nasty, bro. But yeah, we got a banger for y'all, man. We got a banger for y'all. Keith Thurman, man. October 25th. And then my cousin, man, my cousin back. Karen Chukadazian, October 11th.
Where
Karen
at?
Chukadazian back. I think he in the Ukraine or somewhere overseas. I know he's somewhere overseas. But yeah, Karen Chukadazian coming back. This one, I don't think this one gonna be on TV. But yeah, Karen Chukadazian coming back. Yeah, that's the man they all ducking. That's the man they all ducking. And shout out to Brian Norman, man. Keep taking them overseas fights, man, because they be trying to catch niggas, man. Niggas don't be fighting these foreign styles too much, bro. Keep fighting them overseas niggas while getting, you know, saying them American bouts in, man. Adapted them styles, bro. Yeah, did y'all see the joint he did with Showbiz?
Nah.
The little interview sit down he did with Showbiz. Oh yeah, you gotta watch that. You gotta watch that. That's good content, man. That's good content. Yeah, man. Damn, am I missing anything? Oh, I meant to say this. This how you know Timboski not a fan of his peoples, bro. Shout out to Mark Chamberlain, bro. They robbed my man's of a decision.
I can't believe you
They
brought
gave
up
my
that
man a
Rafferty
draw.
fight. Yo.
Dog,
Yo,
hey,
the
that fight was
zone was
fire.
pushing the fuck out that fight to me. I was looking for the Yankiel fight. Every time I went to my home screen, they had that shit playing.
Man, I had Mark Chamberlain winning, man. I had Mark Chamberlain winning. He was banging out. He's banging it out, man. Shout out to
Bro, but I
Timboski. He didn't
told
even talk
you,
about that fight.
I told y'all that about Tim Boski the last time. When Atoma win, he don't call in to talk about Atoma. He calls in to talk about Americans. He want to be a villain, and that's okay. We need a tough UK dude because, you know, most of them always come and go. At least he sticks around. But he don't never celebrate his people's win. He'll tell you before the fight, and then if they happen to win, he glosses over it. Like, he don't celebrate it.
Yeah, man, that's insane. Yeah, Mark Chamberlain put on, man. Mark Chamberlain put on. Yeah, them UK fights, man, they be cool for, you know what I'm saying, for their domestic bouts, man. They be cool. A lot of them dudes got to start fighting international, though, bro. A lot of them dudes got to start fighting international. Yeah, I want to see Mark Chamberlain again, man. Shout out to Turkey Al Sheik. That's his guy.
Let me
That's his
get the
guy,
stock
Mark Chamberlain.
chasers. Yeah, that ain't his guy no more. You his guy till you get knocked off. You see, Nagano ain't getting no Wilder fight courtesy of Al Sheik.
I heard they pushing for that.
Yeah, not Al Sheik. Is it Al Sheik behind it?
I don't know. They saying
Exactly.
Ngannou looking to fight Wilder.
Yeah.
That's all I heard.
All right. Yo, is Nagano got Turkey's money behind it is all I'm asking. But let me get the stock chasers. Yo.
What's good? I mean, what's good? How's my audio? Is all right?
Yes, sir.
Yo. Crispy.
Right? Yo, check this out, man. I guess y'all could call me. Listen, man. I'm gonna keep it real, bro. I didn't really watch like them fights yesterday, bro. You know, let me tell you why, man. I'm an MVP hater, bro. I think I'm starting to sort myself out, bro, with that. Those cards just don't entertain me, bro. They don't attract my attention, honestly.
The
But
Tellez fight
one
was
thing,
worth it. The Tellez fight was worth watching. You wildin'.
of course, because another one gets exposed for being manufactured, bro. Because that's what they do on that side.
Bro,
They
he's not.
manufacture.
He was
They
not
trying to
manufactured,
manufacture
bro. My man
stars,
fought.
bro.
My man fought Sergio Garcia like in his 7th fight. Come on, y'all gotta stop being
All
disrespectful.
right, all right. Your man's got 10 fights, bro. Your man got 10
Yeah,
fights,
and
bro.
look at the
Like,
fucking the quality of names he been fighting in 11 fights or 10 fights.
bro, let me tell you something, man. Boots should have whooped his ass. I'm being honest, bro, because Boots would have, bro, he probably would have got him out of there before the 6th round. Honestly, you feel me? Like, that's my point, man. Like, you know what it is in boxing, man. They're gonna continue to try to manufacture these stars, bro. And you know what, man? It don't work
Bro,
that
how
way.
is he
It don't work that way.
manufactured, bro? Why are you being so disrespectful? The kid had 10 fights. And he
What you
was
mean
flying
I'm
up the
being
ranks.
disrespectful? Bro, I
Bro,
never been on that. I never been on that bandwagon. I never looked at him like that,
but it's
bro. I
not
said, what he
it's
doing here?
not a bandwagon. It's not a bandwagon. He fought and look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th fight, Cameron Carell. 6th fight, Sergio Garcia. 7,
I
8th fight, Joseph Jackson, bro. Then that Cuban, I never heard of him, but that was a good fight too, Gonzalez. Then Julian Williams. This is all back to back. Like, what do you mean manufacture, bro? That's a decent resume, bro.
Yo, shout outs to my German brother for getting that win, bro, and taking that belt, bro. Shout outs to him, bro. He's the real deal from yesterday's fights, bro. You know, they try to nitpick. No, they try to come and cherry pick going wrong, bro. They try to pick some dude. Oh, yeah, nobody knew about him. Bro, he went in there, he got the job done. And he did drop him, bro. And that hit when he caught him like halfway, like through the back of the head type shit. So, shout outs to him, though, bro. I just want to see, you know what's going to happen, bro? Like, these MVP cards. I mean, look at the main event. Like, bro, I ain't gonna lie. Did I watch the fight? Nah, bro. But I watched some highlights, and at the end of the day, bro, like that's another dude. That's another dude who's being held for what? Like he's a high regard for what? For his days are number 2, bro. Like this is what I'm trying to tell you, bro. They're gonna continue to manufacture these dudes, and then you know what's happening, bro? You know what's happening? Slowly but surely, not just MVP, but a lot of these dudes they're gonna get exposed through time, bro. They're gonna get exposed through time because that's what happens in boxing, bro. Only the real survive, bro. But yeah, man, shout outs to the German dude, bro. That's my call, man.
But it's not your time.
Bro,
No.
y'all gotta be more like what Tank and Carlos Adames saying, bro. Y'all gotta be quiet and be a fan, bro. This is crazy, bro. 10 fights in, that level of opposition. This is why the sport don't grow, because you shitting on that dude. So how is Abass anything if the dude he beat was a hype job and you wasn't on his bandwagon? Like, y'all shitting on the dude's biggest win. Motherfucker, this is his biggest win. But you saying it's a fake win because Tellez ain't what everybody thought. No, yes the fuck he was, man. Show me somebody else find a level of Sergio Garcia in your 6th fight. Like, bro, this is crazy, bro. It's crazy. No wonder these dudes is fighting Jake Paul, bro, because it don't matter what they do. You fuckers shit on everything. On everything, bro. Y'all got motherfuckers sour on the sport because y'all hate too much. This generation, they never should have gave you motherfuckers social media. Pussy ass niggas always got something to say. In real life, you won't say shit, bro. This is the saddest part about social media. All you fucks got an opinion because you safe. Shit weird, man. How the fuck is that dude not good? He not good. He a hype job. Stock chasers, you did not sign up. You still training. You talk like you was going to sign up to this Border Wars. Didn't he talk like he was going to sign up to this Border Wars? This is why we made it. Because you got the fucking balls. He got a little red flyer wagon carrying his big ass balls to come on here and tell us Yoenis Tellez is nobody in a hype job, but you still training to sign up. You said you was going to sign up. Border War 16 souped you up to get in the gym, but you ain't fucking sign up. But he the hype job. Man, you niggas got to get your fucking self checked, man. This is what I be saying again. Safe shit. Safe shit. Safe shit. Because you know what? I deal with it every fucking day. I got niggas DMing me every day talking about, yo, I need a cherry. I need a cherry. That's too hard. He too young. He too big. He too long. He got too much muscle. Come on, man. But Tellez is a nobody. He's got a fucking bandwagon. He's a fucking hype job. Bro, sign up. You ain't getting right. You getting right. You ain't sign up to get right. You decided, damn, I talk mad shit. You know what? I'm not going to sign up this time. Let me work in the shadows. But Tellez stepped up in his 6th fight versus Sergio Garcia. So we got to cut this shit the fuck out. This is exactly why we getting fucking Tank versus Jake. Because you motherfuckers don't respect. You don't respect. Shit crazy, bro.
Talk to him, man. Shout out to TBV. Smash that like button, is free. Do something with yourself. Shout out to the panel, King. Been a while, man. Ness, salute. The chat, TBV chat, we here. Community, we here. Man, yeah, I've been, shout out to Vegas, shout out to King. They know I've been beating that drum, for a long time, man. That's why boxing just can't grow. People just got too much hate. I don't know what it is. I don't know why they despise and they downplay just good boxers. They downplay, they say people not elite, they say people not good, and they just rank number 20 in a division. They got thousands of boxers or got 1,500 boxers. They make it to this level, and it's like, oh, they ain't shit. It's just BA. That's why I can't grow, man. Then the guy say, oh, that's what their side is good for, building fighters till they get exposed. Do he not know their top rank is, they got a saying called the top rank diet? Do he know what Xander Zayed's 10th fight was? Against a 11-11 guy, or against a 2 or 4-11 guy. Come on, man. Yoenis Tellez fought good competition, fought seasoned fighters, fought former champions, and this a built up, this a makeup fighter. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. Yeah, Canelo fighting. I don't see
That's
how
what
somebody.
they do on that side of the street, he said.
That's what they do on this side of the street. Like, all promotions don't build up fighters. You want to, and it's not even to make up. It's just to get a fighter comfortable in the ring. It's to get a fighter comfortable with the moment. It's to get the fighter comfortable with all styles. They still got to grow and they still got to develop their game. They still got to develop into the fighter, into the elite fighter that you see when they reach the point they need to reach. That's not saying that the fighters like Loma or a fighter like somebody that's moving fast, like other fighters that move fast, that's good. But don't discredit the people that's developing, that's taking their time.
And he a hype job because he a hype job because he sells tickets in Orlando and he's main event. And bro, I don't understand, bro. It's just crazy. It's just crazy.
That's why I can't grow. That's why I can't grow, man. And Canelo Boots. I don't know why somebody would say they can't get nothing from a sparring when you sparring elite. When you're sparring another elite fighter.
You know who said that, man.
It's just that hate clouds their intelligence, man. Whoever said it, you just got to understand. Okay, let's talk about the similarities then. Let's talk about, do they know that Bud and Boots got the same reach? So
do we
so
really
Canelo
got
get some
74?
good. That's what Box Rig say.
I'm gonna check that.
I'm not there to measure him, but I'm just going off the stats that's listed.
No, if BoxRec say that, I didn't know that. I didn't know that because I was always impressed with Crawford's reach. I mean, it's it's longer than Bivol.
Yeah. Some people, they made like that. So I mean, the reach. So now Canelo go work on his distance management. He can work on the quick twitch, counters.
It is 74.
And distance management. There you go. Hardcore shit, man. But it ain't even hardcore shit. That's search optimization shit. You know what I'm saying? People just could search. People just could search. People just could search shit. I mean, search stuff. We want to keep it clean. People could search stuff, man, and not sound so, illiterate or unintelligent. Okay, so boom, when you got a Boots and a Bud, they both switch hit, don't it?
Yep, I said that too, bro.
That's it. That's something else that they can. He's not going to do the exact same things, but you can get that top notch, high level, elite training and sparring with another. We hope that Bud is getting some elite sparring. I mean, who he's sparring? Nelson? Who you think he's sparring for
Lester
Canelo?
Martinez.
Lester
Lester
Martinez is
Martinez?
allegedly
Good.
Canelo worthy.
That's what's up. But we would say Boots is more high level than Lester Martinez, right?
Yeah, but then they gonna say
Agreed.
you say Boots, we match you with Shakur, 3-time champion, higher boxing IQ.
That's nice. That's good. So you think you could so you think sparring Shakur is getting you ready for Canelo? You can play
Yeah,
that same game from both sides.
from a mental IQ boxing knowledge. Yeah.
I'm in agreement. That's
A
what I'm
thinking
saying.
standpoint.
You can play the same game from both sides. It's not going to be the exact same, but when you fighting, iron sharpens iron. So if you fighting or sparring top-notch, high-level competition or high-level top fighters, it's good. You're going to learn something. You're going to get something that can prepare you for the next fight. Shout out TBV, smash that like button, it's free. Do something with yourself. Yeah, Nez. We're gonna talk about the PBC rollout. I'm just gonna hint on that right now. I'm just gonna touch on that statue shit.
I got hella
Well,
callers.
you
I got hella
heard why they done
callers, so
gone
I
to
will
man
let
on
you
that
burn.
statue shit.
But because that was interesting talking about the PBC rollout. That's something I ain't heard in a long time. Pat Bandero counterpunch. PBC rollout. I'm like, what rollout? What we talking about here?
Yo, you can hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hey man, shout out again TBV. And I'm just going to like I don't always agree with Nes, but like I totally agree with you that one, Nes. Like we cannot rob that German guy from the victory against Tellez. Tellez is a good fighter. It's not because you lose a fight that you're not a good fighter. It's like, that man was the better man that night. At our Baraou. He was just a better man that night. So we cannot throw Tellez like out of the window like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I really want to say, because this German guy, I think he just had the right game plan against Tellez. But you can still see that Tellez IQ is not too bad. Like you can see, like, he was trying to adjust. You could see it was like, okay, he was going with some trying to give some big punches at the beginning. He switched a few times. He at some point he started to box a bit more. So you can see Tellez still got it's still being developed, but it's just the man that night wasn't really it was a better fighter. But now it just showed that the 154 is a very dangerous division. Like who knows? Like we can maybe Bakram, like we all thinking like Bakram is like, is the boogeyman and stuff like that, but you don't know. Maybe Bakram the next fight he get pissed up. So it's just let's not rob the man from that from that victory. He earned it decisively, and yes, we cannot throw him away. Like he's still there. Like he's still a dangerous fighter to me. But that's my call, man. Shout out TBV.
Counter stock chasers.
Yo, hold on, man. Listen to this, right? Because this is what I'm talking about right here. You want me to go and show up and not be ready and get embarrassed, bro. I'm not doing that. I told you this, so I'm getting ready, bro. Just know that. Look, unlike, what's funny, bro? That I find funny that there's been dudes here for years. Niggas don't fucking fight, whatever. That's their business, bro. I've been here since June, May, whatever it's been, bro. And I'm telling you that I am gonna show up, but I'm not going in there to run out of gas like half of these niggas do. I'm not going in there to get fucking embarrassed. I'm not, bro. I got shit I gotta work on, so you gotta let me work, bro. Don't do that.
But champ, my question is this, real quick and simple. Do you see yourself fighting Keem in your 6th fight? If not, Stop talking
Why
shit
not?
about Tellez, man.
Why,
Stop.
yo? Why not?
All right,
Why,
cool,
bro?
cool,
Why not,
cool.
bro?
So when you
Why
fight
not?
Keem, do you want us to tell you that you was a hype job, or should we be
Bro, listen,
saying that
hold
you
on.
stepped up to the plate the way Big Bass stepped up to Esteban, R.I.P. We is me.
Okay.
What is the way Vega stepping up to Forbes? Like, what is you talking about, champ? You
Okay,
shitting on
let
the
me
dude.
reply.
You
Let me
shitting on the
reply.
dude
You
that
know
took
what I find
step
funny?
ups.
No. You know what I find funny? That when other people wanna be dragging a whole bunch of other fighters through the mud, so when I choose one to talk shit about, it's a fucking problem.
Nah,
You talking shit about
I talk
Itama, bro.
about
You've been
everybody.
doing that shit since he got the dub.
Negative.
What about that? You
Negative.
can do it.
You lying
Oh,
because
he
you know I
ain't
didn't talk
nobody.
shit about Atama.
Y'all ain't fight. Y'all ain't fight. He ain't fight nobody. Oh, why he a hype job? Why y'all riding with him? Why y'all talking about? No, you did that shit to
my brother.
So when I throw someone out, what's the problem?
That's what you're not getting. I'm glad you brought up Atoma. Look at his resume in 12 fights and look at Tellez's, bruh. You either know boxing or don't. You either know boxing or don't. Who got a better fucking resume? Who got a better resume?
Ness, I don't give a
asked a
fuck
simple
about
question.
that.
I asked a simple question. I asked
if I don't like a
a
fighter, I don't have
simple
to like him.
question.
I have my opinion, bro.
Exactly.
I can make my
You
opinions
ignoring
as a
the
man.
question is the answer we want anyway.
I can make an opinion on whoever goddamn fighter I want, bro. At the end of the day, motherfuckers call in and do it all the time, drag motherfuckers through the mud that have done way more than Tellez.
I thought you said you was gonna try and curse less.
Oh yeah. But you know what it is, bro. You know what it is because you gaslighting me.
I'm doing the same thing you doing to Atoma. Except Atoma got a worse resume than Tellez, but somehow Tellez was the hype job.
All right, until Itama don't get dropped or get
Well, he just had his first step up. He had his first step up. How many step up has Tellez had already?
Bro,
exactly.
Dillian White is Dillian White beats anyone on his
bro. Dillian White. Excuse me. As my man Treese would say, excuse me. Dillian White. Just because I'm a real fan and not here to debate, he is the same as Julian Williams, even though technically on black and white, Julians is far superior to White because White never won a world title and never unified and certainly never was defending a unified title in his hometown where he did lose, but he got to get that. So this is crazy. You know, you just showing you don't really know the sport.
You listen. You want me to tell you what's
your
crazy?
Love is coming from Ates.
Is that if I'm not a fan of a promotion or certain fighters, I'm gonna speak my mind. Motherfuckers drag Boots through the mud. Why? When he's done more than all these niggas, but niggas want to call in and drag Boots through the mud.
Bro,
that would have beat the shit out of this dude yesterday. So what are we talking about?
Boots gets dragged through the mud because he had like 26 fights with people nobody fucking cared about, knew about. Like you forgetting that.
Okay. So you're talking about a unified champ.
I gotta go. I gotta go.
Come on, man. Get out.
He had extra development. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what I'm telling you. Let me prove it again to this kid. This guy is crazy. Jaron Ennis' resume is pulled up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. James Winchester. 20-12 is who Jaron Boots Ennis fought in his 10th fight. So we got to stop what we're doing, bro. Just give certain people their credit. There goes James Winchester. But now let's go back 6, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Eddie Diaz is who he fought in his 6th fight. So when Tellez was fighting Sergio Garcia, this is who Jaron was fighting. So please, just stop the hatred. Just stop the hatred, bro. Give respect to people. Macau B, what up?
What's the word, Joe?
Respect. What up?
Yo. Man, we gotta stop throwing away fighters, man. I know this is a common theme. I get on here and I say this a lot, man. Boxing fans are overreactors, man. They overreactors, all right? we want to change the culture of boxing, but we don't want to change the things that we contribute to the culture that result in the things that we don't like. This is the reason why fighters are scared to take chances in the ring and give you the
Yeah,
fights that you want.
exactly, man.
Because at the end of the day, they go, man, I take a chance,
They
I
throwing
get
me
knocked
away.
down because this I'm gonna get thrown away and I can't make no money. Hell
Yeah,
no, man. Give me
yeah.
the tomato cans. I'm gonna keep looking good with the tomato cans. As long as I got a wave and I put butts in the seats, I'll just go with that. And then we complain, and it's like, man, wait, they don't want to go for legacy. All they care about is money, man. Would you look at the fighters?
My man still
A
being
former.
ignorant in the chat, bro. Ain't nobody telling you you gotta like Tellez. We asking you not to lie on Tellez. You're calling in to one of the biggest shows in boxing talking about he was a hype job. That is a lie.
Not a hype job. He was an unproven. He was an unproven prospect. That's what's what it's what and he was an unproven prospect who they put in a step up fight, and he's not ready. That's part of the prospect process.
Word.
That's part of it. You know. And
See?
then guess what? He can go back to the drawing board. He can go back, build, give him some fights to build back if they so choose. It depends on also the loss. This is the thing though. He lost a tough fight. He didn't get washed though. He didn't go out there against a step up in competition and he didn't look like he couldn't compete on that level. He lost. So what that tells you is he might not be there yet. We might have stepped him up just a little too quick. Let's give him a couple more fights and maybe one more shot. Now, after that one more shot, eh, you probably gonna go journeyman status. You've hit your ceiling. That's the process of developing talent in boxing. Is you go, okay, we're gonna put you in front of guys to get you used to fighting at the pro level. We're gonna step you up in your rounds. Now we're gonna step you up in the level of competition. And then everybody can't compete at the highest level in boxing. Guys got ceilings. Some guys are journeymen. Some guys are contenders that never get to see the top of the mountain. And some guys are the elite of the elite. You have levels for a reason. That's why you celebrate when a guy's at the top. But it's like we expect every guy that enters the ring to be a top guy. And if you're not a top guy, you a bum. There has to be some type of a middle ground, man. Like it's not just, oh, you either elite or you a bum. You either elite or you a hype job. Maybe he's not elite, but he's just a
Yeah, I
solid
mean,
fighter.
I ain't got no issue with your call except, some of that word phrasing. He's certainly a contender. He's an interim titleist. He's not
Yeah. I would say
unproven.
he's more than a prospect. Yeah, he's definitely a contender. Because I forgot that was a title shot.
Well, he
I
had the
forgot about that.
interim. He already had the interim out, right? Didn't he
Oh yeah,
have it?
that was his first defense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah.
You may feel like it's your time, but it's not
Give
your
him
time.
another shot. He got another shot in him for sure.
For sure,
All right,
man.
y'all, hold it down.
Throwing motherfuckers away. See, that's why it's better
But
to
you
fight
know,
finesse, man. Because when a guy like
no.
Mikhail, who's 34, you know what I'm saying, fights a 19-year-old, I'm going to praise that. I'm going to celebrate that. These dudes, it's just mean. It's just, that's it. It just boils down to you wanting to be mean or rude or provocative for no reason.
Yeah, but they don't do that in the UK, Ness, and that's what I've been telling you. In the UK, you can lose a fight, they bring you back, doesn't matter. We'll get them next time. You can go back to a domestic, local card. You know what I'm saying? Off TV, build up, sell them tickets like you've been talking about. You know what I mean? Like you can build the fighter back up, and it's no harm, no foul. And to that at that point about Tellez, there's not a such thing as getting exposed. I think we had a few callers say it already. It's not about getting exposed. When you step up, you know what I mean? Sometimes, it don't always pan out, but the real test is after that type of setback because I mean, probably right now, stateside, Jahai Tucker is probably the best example of bouncing back after a setback like that. Nicholas Flaus, you know what I'm saying, is probably has less visibility and he won. So there you go.
Flaus, what's the news that just broke with him? He's taking a fight.
Yeah, I forgot who he's supposed to fight.
Oh shit, I'm gonna have to Google it, bro. He's in a nice fight, bro. Anybody remembers before I fucking Nicolas Las fucking that up?
But look, we got to look him up. You know what I'm saying? Like Jahai, as long as Top Rank was on ESPN, we knew when he was fighting. Because again, you're bouncing back. You take a couple fights up in Montreal, whatever the fuck they got going on. You take a couple fights up in the Cornerstone Casino, upstate New York. You taking Top Rank fights on the ESPN card in Newark, like you know, prelims, then the main card. So you
Yeah,
gotta
there
be
you
ready to
go.
rebuild.
Nicholas Flas. Oh damn, it's on box break already. Versus Christian Gomez. Or is this? What the fuck? Yeah. November 9th. Flies versus. But who the fuck is Gomez, bro?
You
They
know
still
what? It
putting
was
him in there with
supposed to.
journeyman, bro. This shit crazy.
Wasn't it supposed to be Dobson Floss? I
Bro,
think.
and ProBox retired their app, huh? They found some sort of deal with like Fubu and all this shit. They retired their app. I got an email saying they're not using the app no more. But you can still find it on YouTube, obviously.
Yeah, nice.
Where is this shit
I
even
thought it was supposed to be
happening?
Dobson Floss.
Heritage Park. Oh, Kissimmee. Oh shit. Are they calling Pro Box facility Kissimmee these days? Wait. Heritage Park in Kissimmee, Florida. Let me see what comes up for this. Last call for callers, Marathon Angel. Okay, this is a venue or what? It looks like a basketball venue? Damn.
Yo, what's
Who
up?
doing better than PBC?
Morning.
Yo.
Yo, all right.
Okay,
I've called many,
10,000
many
people.
times. All right, I'm gonna let Ness finish then real quick.
I'm
Go ahead,
sorry.
Ness.
It says it holds 10,000 people. But wait, that's crazy. Why would it? Okay, for Park Silver Spurs Arena can set up approximately 10,000 people, while the Oleska County Stadium has a capacity of 5,300 to 5,400. The park also features six. So it's I don't know. It's a park that has multiple venues. Maybe we're gonna have to find out exactly where this shit is happening. But go ahead, champ.
All right, I've called many times after a fighter loses. I don't care if they have a loss. I want to see them again. I want to see if they could come back, even if it's just a one step back. After taking the loss, take two steps back. It doesn't matter because as long as they could take the first step forward again, or maybe two steps forward, I want to see what's going on. I want to see if their mind is right. I want to see if they're hungry to learn. Even if they get a new trainer, hey, it's all good. Learn a different style. Maybe that could be a tool in your toolbox for later fights in the future, for bigger fights, better fights. Tyson Fury is my favorite fighter till this day. I even have two shirts that I had of him. I wore them out even after the loss with Usyk. I was heartbroken. If Tyson was still fighting, I would still watch his fight. I don't care. And all these people, look, I'm not sure. I'm not trying to throw shade over shade at Tip. Look, Tip lost. I want to see him fight again. I don't care what anybody says. Tip is whatever. I want to see him fight. I want to see how he reacts to the Lobo loss. But that's boxing. That's life. We all take losses in our lives. Every single day. Every single day. How do you react? Do you just give up? In your own normal life, you didn't get the job you wanted? Your girl breaks up with you, a family member dies, and you just give up? No, you sometimes have to take a step back to go forward. And boxing is just like that. And I hate these people who don't want to see these fighters after they lose or talk so much trash. Maybe he was overhyped. Maybe. I'm not saying he is. Maybe he was. Let him take a step back and let him come back. And let's see how he reacts to the next fight. Is he going to be like Devin Haney, a little scared? Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But I still want to see Devin Haney fight his next fight against Brian Norman Jr. I want to see what's going on with him. Can he defend the left hook? Is he still traumatized? I don't know. But we have to see these fighters fight. A loss doesn't define anybody. It shows if we could get up from the mud to go forward. But that's it for me. I don't know what you guys think about that, but I'm just tired of these people making the loss a career ender for a fighter, for a young fighter, for a champion. It's ridiculous. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of hearing people say that, and it's just ridiculous.
All right. Appreciate you. If you're trying to call in now, is the time. Discord available. X Spaces also available.
Yeah, he's one of few though. You know, I wish it was more like him that don't throw fighters. It's like I said, stateside, and y'all know who y'all are. Y'all ain't gotta defend yourself to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying what I'm saying because I know it's a fact. The UK domestic system allows fighters to lose. Look at all the Anthony Joshuas. He brought up Tyson Fury. It don't matter. Sam Eggington. These fighters take losses. They bring them right back. It doesn't matter. Josh Taylor. Look how many times they repackaged Josh Taylor, right? So come on, man. Fucking Josh Padley just got repackaged after a loss of Shakur Stevenson. You know what I'm saying? Much different boxing culture. Over here, soon as you lose, yo, you got exposed. That's like back in them back in the schoolyard fights. If you wore glasses and a nigga knock your glasses off, never mind, you just uppercut the nigga. Yo, he knocked his glasses off. Like,
Oh,
nah,
remember, it
nigga,
was
he
not even
wasn't.
the glasses, bro, because everybody didn't wear glasses. But if you got your nose bust, sometimes it ain't even matter if you won. It was like, oh, you bust your nose, man. You bleeding, you bleeding.
Yeah, your lip busted.
Mr. Vega, what up?
He's gonna tell us how
Vega.
much he loved. I know he loved the Steffi Hahn fight. I know he's gonna tell me about that.
Word?
Yeah, you ain't see he put it all in the pre-pros. I love that shit.
Yo,
DC.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I hated that Stephanie Hahn fight. What you mean? I was with
Oh, I
Ness, man.
thought
I
that
was
was you,
falling
Vega.
asleep.
Oh,
That
damn.
what? Oh yeah, that junk was super trash. Then they were like, oh, they had Holly Holm there. She's super boring on the mic too. Bro, bringing back Holly Holm, I get why. Women's boxing is definitely on the rise. And even though, she hasn't been the most successful lately in the UFC, I mean, everyone knows who she is because of what she did to Ronda Rousey. And, she still remains somewhat competitive from the very few matches that I've watched in UFC. But, her coming back to boxing, it definitely helps, maybe bridge some of those fans because she did develop such a nice fan base. I wouldn't say it was huge, especially because she's not really a top person there anymore. But I mean, yeah, women's boxing needs names. That's what all sports needs, right? They need people to draw eyes. I see.
Well, hold
I
on real
get what
quick, Vega.
how he was trying to word it. I'm sorry.
Vega, real quick. I want you to finish, but I'm about to expose all of you. Ness, I don't want you to say nothing because you about to be exposed too. You
Uh-huh.
motherfuckers don't like Stephanie Hahn, but you give Andre Ward credit from getting up off the floor against Kovalev. The champion got off the canvas and won on the scorecards, but Stephanie Hahn can't get that. Y'all niggas is fake hardcores. But go ahead, Vega. My apologies.
No. I mean, I understand what you're saying, but I want to see skills. I mean, congrats for her getting up, getting dropped by a punch that never should have landed because she wants to sit to her left above her knee and stuff like that. Congrats to her. What a great champion, man. Women's boxing so amazing, and a talent level, right? But yeah, man, I see what Tip is trying to say. That's the issue is a lot of these cats that have skills don't get pushed. But at the end of the day, I mean, we can blame the promoters, but what are the boxers doing to put themselves out there? Now, I'm not saying you need to go out there and make Instagram videos of you, I don't know, with a girl shaking their butt or you out here I don't know, just slapping people on the street. But there's so many different ways to promote yourself. And if you're wondering why no one's picking you, you never blame others first. Always look at yourself and say, what am I doing to put myself in the position? Because just having skills doesn't get you there. We see it in everything, right? Your workplace. We see it in sports. You see it, maybe at your HOA. It's not about who's, unfortunately, everything's political. It's not about you being the best person for the job. It's about selling yourself the best. So if you just think because, I'm doing 2 or 3 days, or hey, listen, I got straight A, I got all the best grades in school, or I went to I don't know, I dress the fly, so I'm tall and handsome, or I'm a girl with this or that has things that are better qualities than other people. At the end of the day, what are you doing to help push yourself to lead the way, to stick out? And the best way that I like is obviously within the ring. But the thing is, there's so many talented people, or there's so many niches in the game that people can choose to, like you say, Ness, make money. At the end of the day, that's what matters the most. Everything else is cool. Yeah, you're good. Albert Bell's good at boxing, but is it pleasing to watch to get more people to be like, yo, Albert Bell's fighting, November 8th or something? No, it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, people want entertainment, and boxing skills doesn't always equal that way, whether I want to admit it or not, right? It's just the truth. So, I mean, I just think Tip would have worded that differently. I think maybe you would have had a better point. But yeah, at the end of the day, man, it's about dollars. The leader of our country, that's what they care about. Who's putting money in my pocket? That'll help dictate what I'm going to pass or what I'm going to support, to go ahead and be put through the government and such. That's what we see it. We see it every day, man. But yeah, Yoenis Tellez, man. I knew he wasn't tough, but I figured he could mix it up enough, mix in the boxing with being able to land hard punches on Abass to win a decision. But Abass was a machine, man. He was a man on a mission. At the end of the fight, his interview, you could tell he was holding back tears, because you could tell he put his all into that fight. He was like a Terminator in there. Nothing was going to deter him. Nothing was going to stop him from coming forward. And you had to applaud a guy that leave it all on the line. Tellez, he it seemed very fairly on. He was outgunned. That southpaw crap was ridiculous. I mean, he couldn't get out of the way of the hook. He never slipped a punch. He walked straight backwards. And then I think after 3 rounds of getting beat on a little bit, he tries to go to his normal orthodox, but I think the damage was already, it was already happening to where he couldn't be at his best to defeat Abass. But it was a good fight. The rest of the card, I think besides the Ortiga fight, was just like, meh. Actually, I was at my mother's visiting, and I put on the prelims, and we watched the Nat Dove fight and the Caramillo, I think. And my mom actually was like,
Amarillo.
why are these pretty girls fighting? I thought it was so funny. I said, hey, Ma, it doesn't matter if they're pretty or you think they're ugly. Like, they want to fight. I'm like, hey, if men can fight, so can women. But it was just kind of funny because, she's old school lady, right? She just doesn't think a pretty girl should be doing those things. But, hey, man, MVP, you got to give it to them. They're trying, they're getting these interim WBA straps, working with Box Lab. They're putting on consistent shows now. I think that was the first time they had this series they're doing on Saturdays with the prospects back to back. I think that's amazing. I think that's good for boxing and also good for the local scene to have these fights here in Orlando, because, Orlando is a place people can vacation. It's a beautiful city. It's a nice area to be, and it's accessible. So I love that boxing's coming here. I wish I could have went, but I had all 3 kids, which just was not going to work out. But yeah, man, I think it was a good weekend. So now you have to ask, Ness, is this upset good for boxing? Do you really truly believe that Abass Baraou is better for boxing than if Yoenis Tellez would have won?
Yeah, I think it is.
How so, though?
Well, one thing for Tellez, it gives him an opportunity to go back to the drawing board. We heard this was his first fight post Ronnie Shields, right? So maybe he's still working out the kinks and finding out where he needs to land trainer-wise, right? Plus, when you just think to the fact that in this very stacked division, we got a new player, right? Like I like it when people come through and shake shit up. So yeah, I think this is good.
Yo, so the Dobson fight is happening, bro. This is an old poster, bro. I'm tripping. This is a 2024 poster.
Oh, he beat Christian Gomez. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because that's what I thought. I swore I saw Dobson in him.
Yeah, he
That's
is
an
gonna
interesting
fight Dobson. It's gonna be September 27th, according to Pro Box.
Nice.
So that's good.
I'm not sure if it's good for better for boxing because Tellez was calling out Boots. People love those words. You had Zayas. He was there for Tellez, really. Shout out to him for actually getting in the ring and doing a face-off with Abass. And I just don't see them making that fight
How
next.
you feel about the internet saying he clout chasing?
I think it was out of respect. I don't think that was clout chasing because he didn't like it when Fundora didn't do it, right? So how would they would have called him a hypocrite. He's like, oh, you know, you guys are both there. You were talking about fighting Tellez. This guy won. Why wouldn't you go in there when you were probably going to do that if Tellez won? So you call him a clout chaser. I don't know why how can you hate on Xander? Like the kid does all the right things for the most part. You know, he goes in there, he performs. A guy's with skills, but I just think it's because he has this automatic backing from Puerto Ricans that people don't feel like it's earned yet, which I can understand to a certain point. But you gotta remember, man, these Puerto Ricans are starving for a star. I mean, even on this show, I've heard this guy. He's from, he's Dominican from New Jersey, was pumping up a New Yorker from a Puerto Rican descent from New York. And the guy didn't show the skills to be backed, but yeah, he was backed, and people were like, hitting the drums, talking about
He showed
movies.
the skills, bro. Like he showed the power Xander cannot demonstrate.
But he doesn't show the boxing skills that Xander shows, and that's what's going to matter as you get up.
He didn't show the boxing skill that Xander shows on a higher level, bro. Like Xander highest level has been Jorge and Patrick Teixeira, bro. Like everything else has been lackluster.
So Berlanga beat a former champion.
No, he didn't. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's the only thing Xander did. And then they sidestepped him.
The only thing.
Yeah, they
Berlanga's
sidestepped
never done
him.
that.
They sidestepped. No, because guess what? Berlanga actually challenged champions. He didn't fight a former. He challenged a current. And then he challenged.
Right.
Then he challenged a top 10 #1 guy in Hamza. That's nothing. Like, yo,
from a lower weight class.
Xander didn't do that. Xander did it. Yeah, I did Xander fight somebody from a lower weight class that's top rated, like the way Hamza was.
That's probably going to be next.
No, it's not.
Shout out
Giovanni.
top 10,
Giovanni is not
154.
Hamza. Giovanni is not Hamza. Giovanni didn't have a draw with a champion. He got destroyed by someone that is a champion now. Like, nah, you trying to water down things, and
I'm not watering down, man. Like I said, man, you talked about power. When you talk to guys, they say at the top level, everybody's got
Xander
power.
don't even got an Angulo on his resume, bro.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Angulo. Shout out him. Show me Angulo's best win.
He don't got a Quigley. He don't got a Quigley.
Tell me one Angulo win.
He don't got a Quigley. He don't got a Quigley. It's not about wins. It's about durability to show us.
So another
what
guy
you
that
could
moved,
do.
that got
Listen,
moved up. Okay.
Abass,
Now, listen, I can do this all day
fight.
with you.
Abass,
it's obvious. I'm gonna stay on my ground. You're gonna stay on your ground, right?
No, because it's not about you winning and me. It's about the audience choosing who's right and who's wrong, and they hear and
they
see.
choose whoever. It doesn't. At the end of the day,
it matters. It matters because we're all boxing fans. So your opinion is yours, and it matters how many people agree with your opinion. How many people view.
My point is that it's obvious when it comes to Puerto
as a guy that
there's
has
a hunger
fought
there,
durable
and people
fighters.
push back against whoever is being pushed by Puerto Rico. Whoever is like
Xander deserves some pushback.
Fighter, all I hear is hate. That's my point. I was just throwing a little shot at you.
In some people's eyes, he deserves a little pushback because he's showing up to these fights, but he hasn't sent an offer. But you're taking pictures with every champion. You're getting in every champion's ring. You're trying to act like you're gonna fight them next. You literally went as far as saying it in this fight that Abass is next. So it's like, are we gonna get an offer sent, or is this like a publicity stunt? Is this a?
But what are you talking about? All he's saying is, "Yo, I'm fighting in Puerto Rico next." It's obvious they have plans set.
Champ,
And he said, yo,
Let's
if
talk about
Virgil
the
wants to
Puerto
fight in Puerto
Rico.
Rico, we can do that.
Let's talk
But it's
about
words,
that.
right? That's the thing. I hear what you're saying. Where's the
Okay.
offer? I hear you.
Exactly.
But we all know the truth. If they want to lay up for this Puerto Rico fight, let's not pretend. Let's not pretend like that's not the truth. So that's why I don't go off of these words. It's actions.
So then the people are right. He's clout chasing. What do you mean?
But I said I understand. Did you miss that? I said I get it, but I'm like, you have to understand these people are starving for it. Like that's just what it is. Like it's silly at one time, but doesn't mean Xander isn't a good fighter. And that's why I see people. Oh, this guy beats him. This guy beats him. But you know what? He's gonna get a defense in.
Let's
And
be real.
and I believe he's gonna jump in there.
At 54, Tellez's resume is comparable to Xander, if not better.
You could make an argument Tellez is better. For sure. Sergio Garcia, I felt beat Fundora. He didn't get knocked down by Fundora, who everyone thinks is this unbeatable monster now. He beat former unified champion Julian Williams, the only one to outbox him. We never seen Julian outbox. We've seen Julian winning fights and get stopped. Or he got dominated at one time by your cousin, the Snicker Eater. But yeah, man. I'll let you move on, brother. Good conversation. And I like Abass. I've seen him before. I've actually talked to Timboski for probably like the past year. We've had conversations about him. I knew he was going to be tough, but I didn't expect him to win. Shout out to Baraou.
So did Timboski tell you he was picking Abass at any moment?
Not that I can recall, but I haven't really had too many conversations with him lately. All right, bro.
Thank you for your honesty. Thank you for your honesty. If you're trying to call in now, is the time. Phone lines are open. Discord available. X Spaces also available. Tim Boski.
Yo. Yeah. Hear me, yeah?
Hey, man.
Yeah, great dialogue between you and Vega, man. That's the type of dialogue that I like to look for. Great boxing one-on-one. Like I said, man, I liked Miles B's call as well. That was a great call from him. That's what irks me, Ness. But I salute to Hero Killer for that counter punch, man. Like I said, make sure you have a great day, man. Don't let anyone punch you off your stool. So like I said, that's the thing that irks me about the Americans, man. Not everybody has to be elite, man. That's the only problem that I have, man. That's why I call in with the energy that I do, because all you do is just throw guys underneath the bus. We're not going to throw Tellez away. We're not going to do that. Like King Amina Essex said, salute to him as well, man. I'm not sure if he's still there. If he is, salute to him. He does a great job of covering women's boxing. We need more of that. And like I said, we're not going to throw Tellez away. He needs to go back into the lab and recreate himself. You understand what I'm saying to you? There's always great other outlets for him. And Xander Zayas, no, he's not clout chasing, in my opinion. He's putting himself in position to make these big fights. He needs to be seen. It's as simple as that. Everybody complains and whines and moans about these guys ain't showing personality. They're not talking to. They're not speaking up. F that. Look at Demetrius Andre. I remember when he was at Canelo Alvarez's press conferences, showing himself, making sure that he's being seen and known. And he managed to get one of the biggest fights of his career by doing so, in my opinion. We haven't seen him ever since. But my point is that these young guys are putting themselves in position of success. I want to see Xander Zayas unify the division. It's as simple as that. It was a great fight yesterday from Tellez and Abass. It's simple as that. I would like to see a rematch, in fact, to see if Tellez can make the adjustments to overcome someone like Abass. As far as Abass, as far as I'm concerned with him, he can come back home to Europe. He can come back to the UK and get a fight there. I told you, he took on Jack Kukley very young, about 4 or 5 years ago. He took on Jack Kukley, a sturdy, hard veteran. We saw what Mutazali have done to him, and Barras took him on, and he lost. Came up short-handed. That's cool. And a lot of guys won't be able to get past someone like Jack Kukley. Like I said, man, do not throw these fighters away. This is why I'm an advocate for the mediocre fighters, because Ness already knows, multiple people already know, even that little pigeon brain, the little gerbil face fish
skinny, pencil-headed fool, Tip Bayless. Even he knows what it's like to be a fighter, obviously, and be in the ring and train for this type of level. When I say this type of level, I'm talking about just day in, day out, knowing the ins and outs of what it takes to become a fighter. And at the elite, a great call from C-Dub as well. Like I said, it takes a lot to become on the elite level. So you have to give these guys credit for what they're doing, in my opinion. Don't throw these guys away. That's why I don't throw away the Josh Warringtons. I don't throw away the Derek Chisoras. We don't throw away the Gabe Rosados. We don't fucking do that. Like I said, I'm here to advocate for those fights. This is why I go so ham, whether you like it or not. I'm going to keep doing it because these guys are here to give us great fights. Great fights, even though they lose, it doesn't matter. Wake up, the Americans, man. Wake up. Not everybody's going to be elite. Everybody's going to be either elite level, or you're going to be decent, a very good fighter, or you're going to be a journeyman. There's nothing wrong with that, man. As long as the fans love you and you left with your senses, your faculties, everything is all right, man. Like I said, Ness, man, keep the show going, man. I love it. Pause when you come and challenge me on my debates and my points. You understand? So I love that, man. Keep the show going. Shout out to all the real
Who you
G's.
got?
Like
Who you got? Peter Dobson, Nicholas Floss.
That's a very good, in my opinion, that's a good fight. Dobson's come back and shown us that he's very durable. Nobody's been able to stop him yet. So I got Flask beating him. Flask is way more athletic, way more durable, in my opinion, even though he's been knocked out, but he's come back and recreated himself. You know what I'm saying? So he showed us different spots in his game that he didn't have before in his earlier career. So I got Flask winning by unanimous decision. I want to see if Dobson's really in it to be a real journeyman, or is he just there for the the paychecks? After Conor Ben beat his head in, he went to the hotel and started spending money on the strippers, doing all this type of things. That's cool. But are you still in it to give us a good fight? I got Fluff. It's going to be an entertaining fight, in my opinion. Who have you got in this?
Floss for sure.
Yes, I got Fluff. He's too mobile, too agile. I think he's got a better IQ. Peter Dobson can't really move side to side. Doesn't really have a good jab. Is durable. A stationary target for Flask could just piece up, in my opinion. But we're gonna see. We're gonna see anyway, man. We're gonna see. Like I said, man. Shout out to you, Ness, and your platform. Shout out to the community, and make sure everyone has a great evening and enjoy the rest of the week, man. Thank you, sir.
All right. Looks like that is everybody. We got Mad Bet $105. At the end of the day, call in talking crazy talk. Hey, shout out Stock Chasers, man. That's his catchphrase. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. We got Mad Bet 100 back with another 5. Deadly Dose of Tankwell. Fighter of the Weekend, Corey Marksman. UK main event was good. Cree Rich, pound for pound, number 3 in the chat, $5. Salute Ness. Love from the South Florida. Boots. Cold, but he ain't bud. You know who said that? Letitia Crawford. She said that too. She quote tweeted the tweet and was like, he ain't bud. I can't wait for this fight. Pound for pound, number 1 in the chat. Giza Channel says day 1 was better in my opinion. Shout out to Consecal, KO of the year. Yeah, man, fucking Consecal. See, that's how you know people only like know names, right? So like Consecal knocked out the dude that Kermel last fought and went 8 with. Consecal put him to sleep. He made him look worse than that Devin Haney knockout, bro. You know. The head looked like it was about to be ripped off his neck. It was nasty. Shout out to that kid. It's definitely contender for KO of the year, man. For sure. KL Chapo, $2. Thomas Taylor, the referee for Canelo Bud. I with monocle. So he's he don't like it. He don't like it. Giza Channel back at us. $2. The hate for Tellez is interesting. Was a great fight. I said the same team. The Hangout Spout member for 15 months on a prospect level. Shout out to Ness and the TBV family. We working 100. Shout out to Johnny. Was definitely out there getting all the interviews, man. I be seeing Johnny. He be making me want to come back on the road, man. He be taking pictures with everybody, looking like he having a good time. But that's for the Instagram. I know he not having a good time, bro. I heard his show. He said he had about a hokas. Shout out to everybody finally learning hokas are the way to go. If you want to be on the clouds and not hurt your feet. Yeah, but I heard his show where he said, bro, he had to get the hokas because he was running around so much that his feet hurting, bro. And I remember them days. Shout out to Eve. I remember them days, man. That shit sometimes just, I don't know. But I watch him and I be like, Bud, I see you, Johnny. And I be like, Bud, I want to come back sometimes. Even though when I'm in Florida, I do be going to meet up with Johnny just to meet up with Johnny. So I do work. But, yeah, man. I just prefer studio, bro. Studio is like so much chiller. You can't smoke in the arena. Mr. Cool J, 1211, member for 12 months on that chip level. Salute, Cool J. You the man.
The champ is here. The champ is here. The champ is here.
The better man won. Tellez tried to bring home the victory, but dude had more in the tank and wanted it more. It was a great fight. Why are we throwing away good fighters? Champions at that. Nasty work. That's what I'm saying, bro. No, and believe it, give it a week. Somebody going to call and say he was never a champ. He was only an interim, and he ain't even defended. Da-da-da-da. The cloth different. Member for 9 months on a prospect level. Is Xander beating Baraou? I don't know. That dude looked like he got power. You know, he transformed. The thing is, again, I don't know. Tellez always gets beat on to me. His face always transformed. He always swelling up. He could be a Danny Garcia, but Baraou showed, at least based off Tellez's face and his reaction to the punches, he might be punching. And, you know, our good friend Xander is tailing that line of like 64%, maybe 65%. So it's just like, is he, you know, do we got the power is all I'm asking. Like, can he keep a motherfucker off him that's going to be that on him like Baraou was, right? I don't know. Xander's got 59. He really under. He under that 60. Like 65 is normally you got some pop. You know what I'm saying? Normally. So 59, that's a lot of boxing. That's a lot of holding. That's a lot of turning and pivoting.
I already got some pop. Bop. Already got some pop.
But do we? Mad Bet. Pound for pound, #1 in the chat. Still in that status. $2. At the end of the day, excuse me. I guess he meant to say at the end of the day. He ain't put it. At the end of the day of, I don't know. At the end of, got callers say at the end of the day. I don't know what you meant to say, Chan. I just read it the way you wrote it. I'm going to try again. At the end of, got callers say at the end of the day. Maybe he's just trolling my man from Boston. What's his name? Stock Chasers. Maybe because that's his thing. At the end of the day. So maybe that's his thing, man. I don't know. $20 fat, $20 super chat. Drop a bomb for the dub. Shout out to Darian with the $20. Says another great show and on a Sunday. No doubt. You the hardest working man in boxing. Put me spam as an alternate in the master super middleweight. See y'all in ATL. Let's go, champ. Super middleweight masters. Ooh, one day that could be a shout out to OC, man. He manifested this, man. He manifested all these masters and Keem is there. Keem could choose to fight masters now. I think he's at that 36. And Ant, they pushing, man. Hey, man, shout out to Star, man. I'm going to have to start working out, bro. You do it every fucking day. You inspiring, man. Yeah, I go follow Star and get inspired, man. She working out every day. Listen, that was last call for alcohol. Ness. GTO on Instagram and Twitter. But like I always say, if you're really trying to hit me up, you know where I'm at the Boxing Voice on Instagram. Stock Chasers is from New York. My bad. Darian says 175. I mean, there's masters all around that weight, bro. All around that weight. For sure. We out.